The condition of the sheets in the mattress indicate that someone else was in the bed with Amanda just before she died. That's A.
What's B?
B is I'm supposed to tell you you're breaking in a new partner in on this.
Partner again?
Yeah, some cat he's on loan from dope. Real burnout, on the ragged edge.
Oh, perfect.
Gun!
Raj, meet your new partner.
I'm too old for this shit. This is Sparta!
Welcome, everybody, to the Lethal Geeks podcast. I am Costello, and my partners in crime. Please introduce yourselves, gentlemen.
Sergeant Murtaugh.
Leo Getz, a.k.a. Rock Talks.
How's everybody
Sergeant
doing?
Murtaugh.
Doing all right, man. How's your week been so far?
I've had a good week. It's a mess in my house. I've been renovating, so I'm like all over the place. Other than that, yeah, man, all good. How about you guys?
I'm doing great, man. Picked up my kids on Friday. I have them with me for the weekend, just enjoying my time with them. Got to watch a few movies this week, too. Got to see... Go ahead. What were you going to say, Phil?
No, I went to see Den of Thieves. That's another one we can talk about.
Yeah, man. Why don't you wait your turn, man? Damn.
Yeah,
I was going to say I watched.
I miss you guys. I wasn't here last episode. I wasn't here. Okay.
Do me. Ooh.
I miss you guys. I did.
It's all good, man. I was going to say I watched Smile 2. Finally. I finally got to see Smile 2. I didn't like it as much as I liked the first one, but it was still, overall, I thought it was still a good movie. So, yeah. I saw that just 2 nights ago, actually. What about you, Charles? How's your week been, buddy?
Man, it's been okay, I guess. Working. That's pretty much it. Doing stuff behind the computer, writing, all the good stuff. Keeping myself occupied. Pretty breezy.
Nice. All right, Phil, why don't we get started with the rules of the platform, buddy?
Well, before that, let's just say hi to the chat.
Oh, let's
see.
Sergeant.
Do that first. How you doing, Sergeant? Dennis.
See you, Sergeant. Dennis. I see
Brown.
Chris Brown, Breezy in the building again. The Curly Ray. Nice to see you, Curly. Gilmore Girls fan.
How you doing? Who else we got here?
Sin's Corner. Nice to see you,
Found
Sid.
out about your channel due to Real Shift interview.
Yep.
An interesting conversation.
All right. Welcome, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping by, man. Yeah, absolutely. You guys, while you're rolling in, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share, please.
Definitely.
Also, before I forget, guys, you guys did a great job with Joe. That was
dude, he had such great energy. Like he brought
so
much
easy.
energy.
Yeah, he made it easy, dude.
So good having a conversation with him. It was such a good time.
Hopefully, we'll have him back, and I'll have a chance to meet him. But shout out to you, Real Shift Joe, if you're watching. Great to have you here. Okay. Divas, how you doing, Divas? Who else is here? Who else? Mama Bear.
Nice to see you, Mama Bear.
How you doing, Mama Bear?
Josh Herrera.
Josh.
About to revoke me from Super. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm sure Charles.
We're gonna talk about it.
Some words for
Yeah.
you guys.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get into it.
Cali
South
guy,
Cali
how
guy.
you doing?
Thank you
I
for
shared it
being
with
here,
my girl,
buddy.
but I'm here watching you guys. Thank you.
Well.
You. Sorry we're a little bit late, guys. We're just uploading that new intro that you guys just saw. Brand new, fresh out of the
Fresh out the oven.
Yep. Hope you guys liked it. Who else we got here?
Futuretron.
How you doing?
What's up,
man?
Futuretron?
Of course. I was wondering where he was. I was like, you missed me.
That's it. He did. That's every time he comes in. That's the first thing he says.
You missed me, Sin Havoc. Admit it. You missed me. You had nobody mock to. Who else? Hello, Dashan. How you doing? The Q Movies.
The Q
Hello, guys.
Movies.
Right here in the UK.
Hey, Boku. Hey.
I see him on Twitter. He posts a lot of those viral memes that I've seen.
He hit me up on. He posted a something that I'm gonna go over here tonight. A video that was on YouTube. It's all part of the WBD conversation. But yeah, shout out to you, man, for that information. By the way.
Awesome. Who else we got here? Demi Ray. Welcome.
Demi Ray. Yep. Thank you for being here.
Demi Ray.
Anybody else? Okay, so all the usual suspects are here.
Yeah, I think that's about everybody, man.
People will be coming in as they come, so awesome. So, rules of the platform, people. You all know everybody respects everybody. Everybody has an opinion. We don't have to be denigrating or talking shit and crap to people. So, come into the. Today we have an open panel.
Mm-hmm.
So, you all know you guys got to be cammed up and with a mic ready to go. Keep it respectful. You have an opinion, absolutely. We want to hear it, but don't disrespect anybody, or you're kicked in. You're getting kicked out, and you're not welcome back. It's that simple. There are no second chances here. So just wanted to highlight that for you guys. Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else? Would you like to add, gentlemen?
Charles, you got anything?
No,
I'm good, bro.
No, I'm good, man.
Okay. All righty. So, before we move forward, I just wanted to do a personal shout out to my friends, down in Chile, because this is something I wanted to do last week. Unfortunately, I couldn't because, I couldn't be with you guys for the stream, so better late than never. So I do want to give a great shout out to Snyder Cut in Chile, since a lot of you guys know that I was on vacation. I went to see the family. And I met with these guys down there in Chile. These guys are the responsible ones for keeping the fire on the Zack Snyder Restore movement. And they wanted to make a point. And what they did, I don't know if a lot of you know, but for those who don't know, now you'll know, these guys were able to screen the Snyder Cut in theaters. The only country in Latin America to screen it. I don't know if it's still up to date, if they're still the only ones, but they were the first ones to screen the Snyder Cut in Chile. So I met with these guys. They're great guys. They even gave me a little gift. I don't have it with me now because it's a mess here in my house, but I'll have it next time. They gave me an actual ticket because when they screened the Snyder Cut, they only had 200 seats total in that theater. And they gave me ticket 200.
Do you have it with you right now, Phil?
You know what? Let me go look it up. So I think I have it in my desk. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
All right, no problem, buddy. All right, Charles, we got some time to kill.
All right, guys. We're gonna keep it pretty light as we possibly can tonight. The main topic, obviously, is gonna be what's going on with WBD and all of their shenanigans. But we got some trailer highlights and reactions that we're gonna go over. But other than that, yeah, we're gonna keep it pretty light. So.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think the main focus of conversation is going to be about a certain company and their certain IP that just can't seem to get it right. You know, it's like everything that they've been putting out involving that movie has just
you don't say
horrible.
Wow. All right, guys. So this is the actual ticket. I'm going to highlight this. Give me 1 second. Right there.
Yeah, that's so sick. It's like the golden ticket.
It literally looks like a golden ticket.
Yeah. That's dope.
I told you what to do with it, man. What's wrong with you? You keep putting your dirty fingerprints all over it.
Oh, it's getting framed.
Laminate them shits. Frame it. Yeah.
I'm renovating my desk and my office. So, oh yeah, that's definitely gonna get it's on the list. It's on the list.
Mhm.
So, un saludo para usted allá en Chile, a todos mis amigos. Gracias por la invitación, gracias por el ticket y la lucha sigue adelante para restablecer el Snyderverse.
Awesome, bro.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Just
You pretty much just said thank you for the ticket.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There you go. All right.
On behalf of yeah.
I love you too, Charles.
That's about all I understand. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So, let's do a trailer react. Oh, before we do that. So we did promise all of you guys that we are going to do an open panel, which we are. So what we're going to do first is we're going to run through the topics real quick. And then at the end, we will open up the panel. So everybody be ready with your mic on, with your camera, and we will drop a link so you guys can join. So we will be rotating you guys as you come. Okay. Yeah. So we will let you know when to start getting on the queue. Okay.
Yeah. And then that way you guys will all be able to comment on all the topics that we've spoken on.
Correct.
Exactly. That folder, man, is a zip file now. It's on the front. You should see it now.
All right, hold on.
With all the stuff.
Let me go in there and take a look at it so I can.
Oh, let me find that. I'm gonna find that one. So when we're ready for it, here, hang on.
Sin Havoc, this wasn't me this time. This wasn't me. This wasn't me.
No, it was me. It was my fault. I didn't know where I put it. Let's see.
So I got it here. I got to uncompress it and I'll upload it.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, guys.
I think I'm getting a bit of feedback on somebody's mic. Just a weird noise.
Testing.
You're good, Charles.
Okay.
What about me? Hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3.
Okay, you're good. It stopped. It's good.
Okay. All right.
No, it's back. It's weird. It's whenever you move your mic, Phil.
Oh yeah, because I gotta.
Oh, that's because he's got it. Yeah, he's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you have your you got your it's on your tripod, right?
Yeah, it's on the tripod.
Yeah.
But let me just do this compressing. Give me a second. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Gilmore
I'm
Girls,
uploading
man.
the
Unprepared Murtaugh. She got you, bro.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was a big folder, and I didn't know where it was. So, yeah. How's everybody else doing, man? How is everybody doing in the chat? Let's set aside some things for a second here and get a little personal. How's everybody doing, man? It's you know, we normally don't get this personal and talk political, you know, given the state of the world. But how is everybody doing, man? Y'all doing all right? If I made mention of this before on our last podcast, if anybody just want to stop in here just to talk about anything, man, and whatever you're feeling, whatever you want to talk about, you can go ahead and talk about it. You know, we know what's going on, and we know it's rough right now for pretty much everybody. So just stop in the chat, man. Come in here, hang out with us so we can talk about movies and shit, comic books or whatever, just to get your mind, you know, off that stuff. So
All right, we got a few responses already. Dennis Mandina, doing great, saw Interstellar in theaters.
nice.
Wow, dude. That's awesome.
All right. Was it IMAX or just widescreen?
And then we got Sin's Corner. I've been having a pretty decent 2025 as far as movies go. I think I already have my number one pick for the year. That's
all
awesome.
right.
That's
Nice.
dope.
Okay.
What else we got
Okay.
here? The Curly Ray doing wonderful. I've been busy, but got to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! With Skywalker today. Shout out to Cartoons and
All
Cereal.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to those guys.
What else we got here? Sergeant doing well at the Lethal Geeks podcast. Also, would you consider Ghost Rider Spirits of Vengeance a movie quality film while the Avengers 2012 is seen as a TV movie? I'll be honest with you, Sergeant. I have not seen that Ghost Riders film. What about you, Charles?
I saw the first one, and I don't really remember it that much though. So there was two, right?
There was two with Nicolas Cage, if I remember.
Yeah.
I think I saw the first one, but I don't remember seeing Spirit of Vengeance.
Okay.
I
I vaguely remember it, but yeah, I don't.
It sucked. It ain't worth it.
It's not okay.
Sorry. I love Nick Cage. I love him, but no, sorry.
All right. How's it going over there, Phil? You almost ready to go?
Almost there, yeah. So it's finishing up.
Oh, Dennis responded. He saw it in IMAX. Started to study drawing so I could write a comic book. Nice.
Good for you, man. Congratulations.
That's really cool,
All right.
buddy. Yeah, and he says also IMAX. That was his other response.
Okay.
Have you guys seen Companion yet? I have not seen Companion. No, I have not.
I haven't even heard of that. What is that?
I'm actually going to look it up right now.
Yeah. Sin's Corner. What is it?
It looks like overview here. It got 7.4 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a horror film. It's a brand new horror film.
Oh, okay.
I'll definitely check it out because I've kind
He
of
says don't. He says don't watch the trailer.
Don't watch the trailer. Okay, all right. At least the second one. It's so good. I'll definitely check it out. Is it is it in theaters? No, it came out in January. Yeah, it came out this January 31st. So it came out just a few days ago. It came out on Friday.
Yeah, if you're asking the question to the room there, Sean Franklin, yes, I have both of them. I got the one without that roll cut, and the other one with the roll cut. So yeah, I got both of them.
Mm-hmm. I got Days of Future Past. I think I got. Let me see what version I have. Let me pull it out here. No, that's not it.
Okay, black comedy. Okay, I got you. That's kind of like how What's His Face is going to be. I think the monkey with that adaptation of Stephen King. I think it's going to be kind of like that too, like black comedy. Yeah, so I got that one. Yeah, and then I got the roll cut has got like the red. It's got the red around it, around the you know what I mean, around the frame.
Yeah, I've heard of the roll cut. I don't have that one. I didn't know if it was worth buying the film all over again for the roll cut.
Like got decent time in there. So yeah,
were there significant changes? Like
okay, so Kitty Pryde, remember she was the one that was sending Wolverine back in time.
Past, yeah.
Right. So when he went nutso and freaked out and he cut her and she was losing blood, they went to the mansion underneath. They had Rogue trapped under there, using her energy and using her power. Yeah. And the professor and I can't remember who else was on there. I think it was Beast. They went to get her. And Bobby, I believe, they went to get her. Yeah, she was underneath the mansion, and they broke in and got her to bring her back so she could take over for Kitty Pryde. Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yep.
So did she end up taking over for her, and then
she took over for her? Yeah. So in the regular cut, Kitty Pryde was she just she was just there, but she was in pain and she was doing the best she could.
Yeah.
But with the Rogue cut, Rogue actually took over for her.
I wonder why they cut all that out of the theatrical.
I don't know. It was pretty dope to me. I liked it. It was enough runtime in there to make it significant. You know what I mean? As part of a regular cut. I was like, why did they do that? Why did they take that out of there?
I might actually have to check it out now.
All right, guys. We're good now. Charles, it's all set.
Okay, perfect.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. All righty. Let's get situated here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, me too. I do too. I like the roll cut better too.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
check
you
it
talking
out.
about the X-Men?
Yeah, Days of
Yeah.
Future Past, the road cut.
Oh yeah, much better. Much
I haven't
better.
seen it.
I like
I
the
haven't
road
seen.
cut.
I didn't know it was.
Yeah, you can
big
still
of a
find it, man. I got it. I found it at we were at a place called no, it wasn't Disc Replay. It was the other one. I think I found it at the Half Price. We have a place here called Half Price Books,
Mhm.
and they sell books, DVDs, all of that stuff, and toys and whatever. And I found it there. I was looking through them, and I wasn't even looking for it particularly, and I saw it, and I was just like, oh, this is the roll cut. I think it was like $2.99. Blu-ray.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
Scooped it
You
up.
know what? Even if I can't find it physical, if they have it on digital on any of the platforms, I'm going to check it out. So I'm sure you might be able to buy it digitally. I know I bought what was it, like Spider-Man 2.5? You ever seen Spider-Man 2.5?
No, I haven't.
So it's
I know that it was out though. Yeah, it was.
yeah.
I heard of it. Yeah.
I had that digitally. I think I got that on like Google Movies. I think that was YouTube or something like that. But I'm sure I'll be able to find it digitally if I look for it. So I'll definitely do that.
Have you guys
All
seen
right,
the
guys.
extended cut of Wolverine? It's really nope. I've never seen it before.
All right,
Have to check
guys.
it
So I hate to cut you, but we gotta get back on schedule.
Let's
All
go.
right?
Let's get going.
All right.
Sorry, man. Talking about movies, dog. All right.
Yeah, and I want to talk about this movie.
Yes.
This
So if you
movie-
guys have not seen the trailer for Sinners 2, man, it's Ryan Coogler is cooking again. He's quickly becoming one of those directors that he's just continually moving up the list as far as my favorite directors go. So yeah.
Yeah, no, he's definitely making waves big time.
Yeah.
So this is the second trailer. A link will be in the description, so you guys are going to want to see it later. So let's check it all together, and let's go.
We've been gone a long time. We back now. You twins? Nah, we cousins.
There are legends of people with the gift of making music so true. It can conjure spirits from the past and the future. This gift can bring fame and fortune.
Will somebody take me in your eyes?
But it also can pierce the veil between life and death.
Listen here. This ain't no house party. Shit. Y'all ready to drink? Y'all ready to sweat till y'all stink?
You want some?
You keep dancing with the devil.
Careful, boy. You gonna bite off more than you can chew.
One day he's gonna follow you home.
We got us a problem, y'all. What the hell going on? Oh, we heard tale of a party. This world already left you for dead. I can save you from your fate.
You don't need no saving.
Yes, you do. And you are? I am. Your way out. Don't cry. It's all better now. Yes, I lied to you. I don't believe in magic. Ghosts, demons. Just power.
Somebody please take me.
We gonna kill every last one of you.
Hey, I ain't mean to scare you. Thought y'all done forgot about me in here. Come on, open the door, let me on out of here. Stay. It's you? Of course it's me. Open the door.
That ain't your brother.
Lied to you.
Yo, Smelly, only thing. I think I shot myself.
I think I shot myself.
That looks
Dude,
good,
I
man.
love this trailer. I'm so excited for this movie, dude.
Yep.
You were right, Charles. You were right.
It's going to be good.
You
That
were
man
right.
is very, very, very talented. So I am looking forward to this for sure. And like I said, I don't, vampire movies, zombie movies, they're a mixed bag to me when it comes to stuff like that. You know what I mean? But this is so grounded. You know what I mean? Just like 30 Days of Night. They grounded that where it wasn't just this lore about the vampires and they're rich and they're from this society and all this other kind of stuff. That they stripped all of that away in 30 Days of Night, and they did the same thing here, and that's what I love about it. So, yep,
Dude, I'm getting like From Dusk Till Dawn vibes, but like in reverse. Where instead of like instead of the humans finding the vampires in the bar, it's the vampires find the humans who are all partying. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I've like Ryan Coogler is literally becoming one of those actors. Like, for instance, you have your Denzel and your Antoine Fuqua. They work all the time. They collab on everything. Coogler with Michael B. Jordan. Like, and now has him as a twin, as two characters. I'm like, dude, this kid's gonna get an Oscar. He's gonna get an Oscar eventually. He's gonna get it.
Yeah,
he's gonna get it.
Yeah, just like Nolan has his favorites, Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, they're collab buddies now. They're collab buddies now. So that's good. I like that. But yeah, that's Sinners, man.
When is that one getting released? We got a release April. Okay.
April 18th.
April. Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah.
No, see, that's something I'll definitely check out. Definitely.
All right. What does Dennis here say? But we need more thrillers set in the Great Depression.
Public
Enemies, and The Highwaymen are some of my favorite movies. And it sounds, I love Public. Have you seen Public Enemies with Johnny Depp and what was that? Christian Bale?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's yeah.
But Highwaymen, I have not seen that one. That one's on Netflix. Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
Highwaymen.
That one is. I believe Kevin Costner and Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Oh no, I haven't seen that one yet. Is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Bro.
Yeah, it's about these two. I think they're marshals. I think or feds. I don't know what. They're going after Bonnie and Clyde.
Nice.
So yeah, that's another one. Yep. Right. Yep. Exactly. April 18th. So we're definitely gonna watch that in theaters. So guys. Check the trailer out later if you're running late here. Please like, share, subscribe to the channel. And let's get on to the next one. Here we go.
Yes.
Happy Gilmore.
Yes.
All you Adam Sandler fans.
Yeah,
Rock,
dude, I'm excited. I'm excited about this one. I've been a big. It's not even like. Listen, I know Adam Sandler's hit or miss for people. Like his new stuff lately hasn't been the greatest, but like, come on, this is Happy Gilmore. Like you can't miss Happy.
Oh, I don't care about that, man. I like Adam Sandler. Y'all can say what y'all want to about him. I practically like anything of his, man. There's like maybe one. I didn't like Little Nicky, and I didn't like one other one. No, I didn't like those.
It's I get it. Honestly, Charles, it's a generational thing. Like that's the kind of
but see, my favorite buffoonery film from him is The Waterboy, though. My God,
Waterboy. Okay, all right. No, my favorite is what's it called? Anger Management with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. See, for me, my two favorites were Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. Like, you got to understand, I grew up watching those movies over and over.
Chubby Teddy. Shout out to Chubby Teddy. We appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Uncut Gems was a good one. Dennis Mendina. Have you guys seen Uncut Gems?
I haven't seen that.
No.
Okay, so like it's crazy. I've only seen it once, but it really stood out. So like it's not a comedy at all. It's actually like one of his more serious roles. And he basically he plays the owner of like a jewelry shop, and he has a gambling addiction, I believe. And this whole movie is about his gambling addiction, and it's hard for me to explain because, like I said, I've only seen it once, but it's definitely you guys should check out. It was actually, if I remember correctly, one of his first major films that came out on Netflix. Like when this one came out, everybody was talking about it because it was so highly praised at the time.
Uncut Gems. Yeah. That's the one that he's shit.
It's got the basketball player in there too. I can't remember the basketball player's name.
Yeah, I did Curly Ray. It was pretty decent, bro.
Somebody in the chat remind me. He owes money. He owes money to the mob. Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's kind of something like the Gambler with Mark Wahlberg.
Kind of, but like.
Oh well, he's the slick. Yeah. I know what you're. I didn't see it, but I know what you're talking about. I remember. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So all right. So anyway, let's play the trailer for Happy Gilmore, and a link will be in the description for you guys to go and check out the video yourself later. So here we go. Oh.
It's great to see you back, Mr. Gilmore.
Yeah, baby!
We've only just begun.
It's magic!
Gilmore. Thank you, Harry.
I can't believe they brought back Shooter. Oh, that's so good. I thought I honestly thought they might try to go in a different direction, but I mean, you got to bring him back. They had to.
Actually, happy. Hold on, Gilmore Girls, 51st Dates. That's also one of my favorites of Adam Sandler.
That's one of my other ones. What is it?
Wedding Singer.
Yes, that's the other one. That's my other one. Yeah.
With Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
That's my other one. Yep.
Oh yeah. So I have a funny story. So the shooter actor. I forgot.
Shooter McGavin. I can never remember his name either. Hang on, let me look it up.
Look it up, man.
All right, let me see. Well, basically,
Christopher McDonald. That's his name.
There we go.
There we go.
Christopher. Thank you, Christopher McDonald. So, actually, my uncle used to work with Christopher McDonald ages ago because he actually lived here in Boston, and there was in the Prudential Tower. There was it's like we're talking like the 60th or 50th floor of the building, whatever. There was a restaurant called the Top of the Hub, which was very big in the day. It's unfortunately it's no longer exists. And my uncle worked as a waiter in that restaurant with him.
Oh, that's awesome.
We're talking back in the 70s. As a matter of fact, now that I recall, he even, I think, either my uncle or Christopher waited on Christopher Reeves.
Oh wow.
That's high-end restaurant right there for you. So
that's really cool. There's one scene I always remember with this actor Christopher McDonald. Have you guys ever seen Click? It's Adam Sandler finds the remote.
Yeah.
He's in the office with his boss and he pauses and then he farts right in his boss's face.
Yeah,
his boss was Christopher McDonald. So yeah,
was it him?
Yeah, that's him, bro. That was he played the boss. His boss in that movie. So
stay out of my way, or you'll pay. Listen to what I say.
But like when he unpauses and he's like, "Why do I taste shit?" Do you guys remember that scene? Why do I taste shit?
Okay.
Yeah, that was more of his.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was more personal. It felt like Click did. It wasn't. You know what I mean? If you watched that movie, it was funny, but it was more. It felt more. It felt more interpersonal. You know what I mean? Than the other ones generally did because it was about his life and
there was a lot of heart in that story.
Yeah, he was a lot of heart and a lot of emotion in the movie. That's what I liked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But yeah, that scene, Shooter McGavin getting shit on in the face.
No, Curly. So he wasn't in Mall Cop, but he produced it. He actually produced the movie. Actually, they filmed Mall Cop like 15 minutes from my house, right there.
Oh, really?
At the Peninsula. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I never
Okay.
saw I never went to set, but yeah, they shot. Adam Sandler's done a lot of shit here, like in Massachusetts. He's done the last movie he did, the Halloween movie, and from
Happy Halloween or
something like that. Yeah, he did it up in
yeah.
Salem. This one right there, Mall Cop. He did it in Burlington. So yeah, he's done a lot of shit here in Mass and New Hampshire as well. So yeah.
So yeah, the thing with Happy Gilmore too is I think that is a Netflix release. I think that one is also going straight to Netflix. I don't think it's getting a theatrical.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know if I should be concerned about that or not. I mean, Netflix. I think that they tend to put out some good quality stuff. Like not everything is.
I think only they'll. I mean, I honestly think that they are going to start releasing more movies once they acquire more theaters, but only like the high tier directors or actors.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like for instance, your Zack Snyder or your Martin Scorsese or your Adam McKay, David Ayer, those guys, those high. Who knows? Maybe even if they tempt Chris Nolan, who knows? I doubt that, but yeah, I think that's where Netflix's game is going. But guys, what do you think in the chat? Are you guys excited for Happy Gilmore? Have you seen the first one? What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie? A lot of them guys seeing that. They're also. What's it called? Anger Management was a classic also.
I kind of liked how in the trailer they didn't give away too much of the story yet. Like obviously, he's going to probably golf against Shooter McGavin, but they didn't give away too much, which is nice. So when it does come out, I'll be looking forward to seeing that and not having everything completely spoiled. So
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So let's on to the next topic. We have another movie that's coming up that also from an old franchise, but this franchise is a little bit older. I don't know how I feel about this because I did like the movie that came out, Alien Romulus. We actually did a review on it on this channel. I don't know about the teaser trailer for the Hulu TV show, Alien Earth. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you guys hyped for this? I mean, what are your thoughts?
I didn't see the trailer. I mean, I didn't even know a trailer was out for it, honestly.
Okay, so you haven't seen the trailer. How about you, Rox?
No, I didn't see the trailer yet. So I was going to react to it once we.
Okay, so none of us have seen the trailer.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all going to see it together, and we'll get our thoughts. But I've never been like I'm highly skeptical that this is going to work in streaming, but hopefully I'm wrong. But let's see what happens. So here we go. A link will also, guys, be in the description if you guys want to check out directly this trailer afterwards. So here we go.
So it's just a quick little teaser, eh?
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what Dennis here says. I think the alien is the least interesting part of the alien universe. Okay. No, you mean when you say that, Dennis, you mean like the first alien or alien,
He's talking about the creature.
Yeah, I think he's
talking about the actual creature.
Maybe the creature.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't know. Well, it was very bland.
Thank you. That's what
it was just like I'm just like, okay. I mean, honestly, if it were me, if I'm doing an alien movie, see the whole idea from the very beginning was to get them out there to find the alien, right? And to bring it back to Earth in the first place. To use them for weapons and whatnot. So that was the end goal of Wayland Yutani was to find the alien and then bring it to Earth and then use it as a weapon of mass destruction, thinking they can control it, obviously. So now it feels like to me that now they're finally getting to that. And I'm just like, all right.
Well, to me, it's like we don't know enough about the story that they're going for.
Right.
Yet. They didn't explain anything. We don't even see an actor. You know what I mean?
Now I'll have to look it up. But I don't. It's meh. Yeah.
So we don't really know where this is going until they release something that can provide us with a bit more context as to what's actually happening in this show. I think it's based on that. There's really not much to comment on. There's really not much to say. It's the ship's crashing towards Earth, the aliens inside of it. Shit's gonna happen.
Pretty much, shit's gonna happen.
Now, obviously, it's an alien movie. I do love, I like the franchise or whatever. I do have the movies, so I'll watch it. It's alien. We'll see. If they can bring me more, if I can see another trailer more than what I saw, then yeah.
Mm-hmm. It'd be interesting because I wonder what the budget for a show like this is. Because the Alien franchise, they're relatively known for having small budget films, right? Like those movies don't really cost a lot for them to make. So it'd be interesting to see what the budget is on a show like this.
Yeah.
Well, do you know how many episodes in this is going to be by chance?
I can try to look it up for you, Phil.
Pull it up while I get this next topic ready here.
No worries.
Yeah, because you're right. They don't need a big budget. And with the last movie now with Alien Romulus, they didn't have a big cast, and most of them were unknowns. The only person that I recognized was Isabel Mendez, the girl who's playing Hawkgirl now for Lunacy. So that's the only one I recognize of the rest of the cast.
Yeah, IMDb is saying it's 8 episodes.
Okay, 8 episodes. How much do you think? Maybe 100 mil?
150? 150, no more than that. I'd say 120. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds conservative. 120. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll see what happens. But guys, are you guys excited for this Alien TV show? I mean, the Alien brand the franchise is trying to get back, but what I'm grateful that they're doing is they're going back to their roots. Like Fede Alvarez did a very good job on keeping it grounded, using animatronics, keeping it dark, keeping it it feels like for instance the Romulus movie felt like a slasher type, like an alien slasher on a space station. That's what I liked about it, and hopefully I don't know how they're going to do it here with Earth, but we'll see what happens, because the last time Alien was if you guys see Alien versus Predator Requiem, yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, it did. It was a terrible movie.
Horrible.
When did that one come out? How long ago was that? I'm trying to remember. Was that in the mid 2000s?
Maybe.
Let's find out here. Yeah. Alien v Predator. 2007.
Yeah, okay. I've seen that one. Yeah, you're right. It was a shit movie.
The first one came out in 2004, which was okay, but Requiem, yeah, that was bad. That was trash. But let's see here. All right, Dennis. Fun fact: Alien was written by. No way. Really? Okay, you're gonna earn it. Okay, let's look it up. He earned a drop. Hold on. Let's look at this up. If this is true, he's earned a drop. Hold on. Let's go to Wikipedia. Holy shit! He's right. All right, let me show you here. Hold on. Oh, dude.
And that is why it failed at the box office.
Pretty much.
Damn.
Dennis, you get a drop. Let's see which one we're gonna give you. We're gonna give you. You know what? It's been a while since I've done this one, so let's do this one.
Don't we have an alien drop?
We did. I had to clear the. Oh wait, no, I still have it. I thought I know. Never mind. Here it is. Yep.
Get away from her, you bitch!
I knew we had that one.
Yeah, no, it's just like right now I was uploading Charles's videos. I had to make some room, so I had to delete up some old drops. I thought.
No, dude, I've been looking for the budget for Alien Earth, and it doesn't seem to be out there yet.
Oh yeah, by the way, you can delete them when you're done, man. I just did for educational purposes is the only reason why I
don't worry about it. But yeah, no, like that budget will show up eventually, so I'm not worried about that. So, all right, and then it came out in 2007. Yep. Reliquim sucked. Yep, very true. Okay, so Alien Realms is the best movie since. Yes, thank you.
A lot of people have said that. A lot of people.
Yep, agreed. 100% agreed. And you know what? Alien 3, I wanted to love it, but I knew that was another film that got fucked around with.
Yep, it did.
What are you going to do? All right, so let's move on to our next topic, because this topic, well, what can I say? It's just...
Go and play that drop, Phil. Play that drop, Phil.
Play that drop? All right.
Play the drop.
I'm gonna drop it. Like what? The guy keeps winning.
So if you guys don't know, real quick recap, he has been dropping stuff on his Vero. But he is in where is he now? Is he in Riyadh? Was it Riyadh? Where is he at?
He's in the kingdom.
No, he's in the kingdom. So obviously everybody's heard he's coming out with this UFC film. While everything is falling apart over there at you know who, this man is just continually winning. He has got heavy hitters behind him, especially financiers. So the future is looking very, very bright for Zack Snyder right now. So, everybody's talking about how, he's relegated to Netflix. Netflix is worth $970 a share.
Mm-hmm. Netflix is killing it right now, bro.
They are worth $265 billion. That's how much they're worth. And you guys, they think that that's somehow a flex or hurting Zack Snyder because this man is over at Netflix. Netflix owns everything. They're taking over everything.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. What's the big thing that Netflix has been getting into recently? Live sports. Live sports, right? What is the UFC?
Live sports.
Mm-hmm. So eventually, we're going to see UFC make its way over to Netflix. I guarantee it. It's going to eventually happen.
Oh, dude! If Zach nails it out of the park,
that's what I'm saying.
Next. Yeah.
And what a lot of people don't even realize
it's people's thinking. You know what I mean? They think just because it's not attached to the word Hollywood, somehow that's a flex and that's a downgrade.
What people don't realize either is that Netflix is technically already doing business with the UFC. Because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the WWE and the UFC are owned by the same company, TKO. WWE's home is Netflix right now.
Yeah.
As I'm talking right now, the WWE Royal Rumble is broadcasting live on Netflix right now. Okay, so they already have the business partners in play. It's only a matter of time before that brand makes its way over to Netflix. And once they have UFC on Netflix, what better way to capitalize than to have a UFC feature film directed by the one and only Zack Snyder?
Yeah.
Who's on demand?
Like, it's all, if you can see the stars, they're all aligning. They're all lining up. So,
yeah.
Well, what can I say? You know,
what more can I say?
He's doing well, guys. And if for those who don't know, again, Zack Snyder is a busy man. You know, he's got this. He's got the crime thriller coming up, the LAPD crime thriller, also with Netflix. I can't wait to see that. It's going to be a super grounded film. And then you know, and then you got Artist Equity doing a Rip film. You got you know, Damon and Affleck doing their thing over there. Man, come on now. And then you
and the accountant, you trying
to flex for a company worth $10.57. 1,057 pennies, bro. Are you serious right now?
We're gonna have to get some pennies actually and show them.
And a bag of pennies and just start pouring them out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna highlight Kenneth Gardner's post, what he said in the chat. It's crazy and stupid how Warner Bros. Let go and mistreated Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan, two of the best talents the studio had. But Netflix and Universal are winning with Snyder and Nolan. Exactly. It's exactly what's going on. WB just they don't know what they got till it's gone, and now it's gone. And I think they're regretting that in more ways than one, which we're going to talk about in the next segment.
Yeah.
So Kenneth, a drop for you.
I see a lot of announcements from about DC and about the DC extended universe and about what they're going to do with the movies. You know what I would prefer? Content. Like, I don't think anyone has ever gone to an IMAX to watch a press conference or to like read Twitter. It's like, great, awesome. I'm glad you guys have all of these plans. Shut up and go execute them.
There you go. Do your job and just stop talking about it and be about it. It's that simple.
Shout out to you, Kenneth. Okay, so another GOAT is making news.
Oh, he's been dropping casting news left, right, and center this weekend, bro.
Amen.
Another man that is flexing his chest now that he's no longer with Warner Brothers. This is how you do it. You kill him with kindness, baby. You want revenge? Keep doing well. That's how you do it.
Look who he just added today. There
you go.
Source, Daniel RPK.
Yeah, that came out actually just a few hours ago.
And then actually, shout out to Real Shift. He made a comment and said earlier. He said, if whether it's a rumor or if it's true, either way, that just basically skyrocketed, you know, the hype for this film. So yeah.
Also, Elliot Page is joining. Which we all know that he worked with Chris in Inception. Who else got cast? Oh, John Leguizamo also got cast.
Charlize Theron, Matt Damon. Yo, he's got heavy hitters in here, man. Yeah.
You got the fucking Punisher right there. Like, bro, this movie is going to be insane. This is where Christopher Nolan makes his $1 billion movie.
And yes, this film is going to be for educated people who actually read books And I'm talking like books with paper in them, with words in them, not not your phone looking up Wikipedia about what Homer is about and all that.
Or
None
Homer
of that.
dummies.
We talking about real deal Holyfield books with covers on them and names and authors. Those kind of books. Yes, this is going to be an educated film. Crybabies, don't go see it because it's not a film for you.
With a cast like that, like this budget's got to be huge. Like those
Probably,
are big
I
name
bet
actors,
money.
bro.
I bet, but you know what?
I heard that this was like $250.
$250, yeah, and that's before marketing, by the way. So that's going to be before marketing.
This one is going to be. This one's going to be the one that makes over $1 billion. You know what? Okay, so let's think. Okay, if the movie is $250, marketing, let's say, put another $150, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 100.
You got 400 mil. You got 400 mil. And to break even, like what? Like 8 or 9? No, 8 or 9.
No, so it'll be so if the film is, let's say, so if the film is 250 and what you say 150 in marketing,
yeah,
right.
Break even would be like what, 8, 9.
Right, breaking even will be about 8, 9, and he gonna make that back.
Yeah,
he gonna make that back.
Yeah, so yeah. This movie is gonna hit at least 1.5.
Yeah.
Least. Now, if it hits 2,
you think it's gonna do better than Oppenheimer?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely, dude.
And here's why. It's gonna do better than Oppenheimer. The theme of the movie. Think about it. Oppenheimer was great, but think about how many people could have been rubbed the wrong way because it was real. It was about dropping a bomb on another country. So think about that. This Homer's Odyssey, this poem, this right here, that's straight fantasy right there, pretty much. So yeah.
And look at the diverse cast that you have right here, of all ages, all races, everywhere in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
You right here, you have Gen Z, Gen X, millennials.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You did. That's right. We're not talking about Homer Simpson. No. Yep.
But you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm sure some people would think otherwise.
Jump on that make a little fake Twitter account right quick just to say Homer Simpson.
I wanted to say Kenneth Gardner's got another awesome comment here. Christopher Nolan is a master of cinema, like Alfred Hitchcock, Stanley Kubrick,
Michael Mann.
Michael Mann.
Yep. Oppenheimer.
Chris Nolan.
Brilliance and mastery.
Chris Nolan is our generation's Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
I've always said that.
Kenneth, you got taste, man. I like you. You got taste in film. He doesn't. You know what? No. Seriously, if you think about it, man, they expect people like us to just like specific films. I'm like, nah, bro. Okay, no, yes, I've seen Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society and all the little hood. I've seen those. Okay, they're great, obviously, but that doesn't mean my palette is limited to just those films. You know what I mean? So you want to see, you want to see other things. You want to see adventure. You want to see epicness. You want to see all of that. So yeah. He's got good taste, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's give him another drop. Let's give him this one. This one we haven't dropped in a while.
Yeah, you got spirit, kid. I'll give you that. More than your old man, anyway. In the joint, Chill told me about the night he killed your parents. He said your father begged for mercy. Begged. Like a dog.
Like a dog.
Begged. Like a dog.
Divas. Imagine if Gunn was director of The Odyssey. It's so out of his league. Put it this way. The DCU is already out of his league. Something like The Odyssey.
The very fact that he opened his mouth and said the words, I'm going to make a Superman movie, his whole mouth should have just folded in like a black hole and just disappeared. You're going to make a Superman movie? Okay.
Guys, Curly had just mentioned something that's actually true. Batman Begins 20 years now.
Oh man, that makes
And
me
that is
feel
that is
old.
actually my favorite of the trilogy. Is the first one.
I remember
Really?
going on a date to see Batman Begins in the theater, and I must have been.
Was the thing successful or no?
I was in high school, bro. I don't remember much about the
okay.
day. I remember the movie. The movie was phenomenal. I'll tell you, the movie made a lasting impression. But
Is that right?
I think I was maybe like 14 or 15 when that movie came out. I don't think I could have been older than 15. But yeah, that makes me feel old. 20 years old. Wow.
20 years old.
Wow.
Odyssey.
Oh, really?
Lord of the Rings. Yes, I agree. I think this is where Chris Nolan is aiming. He's trying to give us that Lord of the Rings grandioso moment in his own style. Yeah, I can see. Dude, again, it's going to make over $1 billion. And if he hits $2 billion, hey, more power to him.
More power to him. That would be phenomenal for something like that. Yeah, you know, he can do it. You just got to get a lot of. We're talking something that's missing here, man. And
if he pulls this off, he has to do James Bond after Odyssey. He has to do James Bond.
But here's the thing, guys, and this is why a director like Christopher Nolan could do a movie like The Odyssey, and why somebody like James Gunn could never. Okay, Christopher Nolan is not limited to one style of filmmaking. You notice how he goes from genre to genre to genre. He doesn't stay in one little bubble.
Actually,
Gunn has never done that.
Go ahead. Yeah,
that's because he can't.
Gunn has never done that.
He's limited to what he's limited to what he knows. Okay, look. This man went to film school, right? I'm assuming. James Gunn, did he go to film school? I don't know. I don't look up anything on the man, so I don't know what his pedigree is as far as that stuff goes.
I would assume so.
Okay.
I would assume you can't get a job in Hollywood without.
He, in my opinion, he wasted his time because he didn't. In my opinion, he did not learn the full breadth of scope of what cinema is, and it's not just telling a story the same way all the time. It's just not that. What is the point of you attending film school and learning all of the tricks of the trade about making film if all you were going to do just to learn how to make stupid shit just to make money? Zack Snyder's not in this to make money. Christopher Nolan is not in this to make money. They want to tell epic stories.
That's the difference. You could tell that what they're putting out there are passion projects.
And they're making money doing what they like.
Yeah, they are passion projects. Does James Gunn's vibe come off as passion? Like, from what we know of what James Gunn has said about comic books in general, okay, how he thinks that they are goofy and silly and all that stuff, right?
Right.
Does that make you feel like this version of Superman that we are now seeing trailers for is his passion project?
No.
Because I personally don't feel like he gives a shit about the character.
I don't think he does. I don't think he cares about the character. I mean, that's just me personally. Hell, I didn't care about the character until Zack Snyder made him.
I don't want to jump into the next topic because we're going
to get to that. And
there are reasons why I say he does not care about the character,
and we're going to get into it.
This most recent trailer proved that.
Yeah.
Before we jump into that, let me just close this topic with Chris Nolan because I want to share something here with the chat and the audience that I shared with you guys in our private chat. Chris Nolan criticized Hollywood for being too political. Friends of mine ask why I don't make a film about what I care about politically. And I always say you can't use narrative to tell people what to think. It never works.
Exactly.
It actually has the opposite effect, the complete opposite. And that's why you can't tell people what to think and what to believe.
Hopefully now, after all actually, I think it's more fitting if I put this.
You see this all the time at the level of a top producer who, between them or separately, will make flop after flop after flop after flop. I'm not going to name them, but I know who they are. And they're not all American either. And they still get paid huge sums of money for being in films that nobody wants to see. And producers make pictures out of which they take enormous sums of money. And the films, again, are not films people want to see. They're always going to blame somebody else. Always. Not their fault. No, you were the one who said, or whatever. And there's a word for that. It's called upward failure. You see it all the time.
Indeed.
Enough said.
Indeed.
All right.
Bring that drop. Bring that drop. You know the one I'm talking about. Pull it on up. Let's get it.
Guys, how many times have we told you, but you guys don't want to fucking listen?
Dude, before we go on, I just got to say, the whole thing where it says WBD on fire just sounds a little too positive. I want to change that so that it says WBD is burning to the fucking ground. Okay? Because that's what's actually going on right now. They are burning to the ground.
To the effing ground, or burning to the ground. This is a family show. Come on, man.
I'm sorry. I'm still learning our target audience here. My apologies.
I'm working on it too. I'm trying. It's not easy, but you know, when you're talking about James Gunn, what can I say?
In the meantime, let's just fuck it.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay. So, okay. Look, the guy goes, but you're black. He's black.
You remember the part where sidetrack right quick, because now that you shouldn't have played it. Remember the part where they were in the consulate, and then the guy was like, but you're black, and then Joe Pesci turned to him. He was like, you are. He is.
Oh my God,
black. All right, guys. Reminder, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Now, I am going to start dropping the link so everybody can come into the panel, because right now we're going to do a little intro on the topics here with WB, and then we're going to start bringing in people in. We're going to bring in 2 or 3 at a time, so everybody get ready. So I will drop it in a minute. In the meantime, Charles.
And shout out to Mama Bear. Absolutely. Opposing ideas are welcome, but be respectful and come with reasons. Look, I am an educated man. I expect adults who say that they love what they love, no matter what it is.
Saying that because we got somebody in the chat here who is.
We got an interloper.
Yeah, we got a gun nut rider in here.
Okay.
Venom Wire. This is such a pathetic echo chamber. Well, Venom Wire,
there we go.
You are more than welcome to show your face on camera tonight. You are more than
welcome to
cam up, grab your microphone, and come on the panel and share your opinion with us.
Absolutely. So you have an opinion. Why don't you cam up? Stop hiding behind avatars and all that other kind of stuff. Cam up and tell me why you think James Gunn is not every inch the person you say he's not. You tell me. You convince me why.
And here's the thing, too, my friend. We haven't even started on this subject yet. I didn't even explain why I thought that yet. So I will explain once we get to the subject why I think he doesn't care about Superman, based on that 3-second TV spot, and also based on his words on Twitter, based on what he is putting out there. We're going to get to that subject, so stick around, my friend, if you want to know the answer.
If you want to stick around and want to know the answer. And speaking of what you're saying about the 3-second TV spot, Zack Snyder, when he dropped his TV spots for Man of Steel, they didn't look like that. Now, maybe you guys' tastes have changed, you youngins, especially you Gen Zers. Y'all seem to not give a fuck about anything, if we're being honest. So y'all don't give a shit about content. Y'all don't give a shit about story. Y'all don't give a shit about cinema. Not really. You just want to spend your money at the theater and laugh for an hour and a half and then get the fuck out of there and forget what you saw. I'm not from that era. I'm from an era where you learn something from something. So Venom Wire, you can keep your ass here because you're going to get cooked just like the rest of them, especially if you come in with that disrespect. So I'm going to tell you right now, you want to stick around on this channel, I'm going to roast your ass. Or you can act like you got some sense and come into this space where everybody can talk about shit with education on your mind, with some thought process, instead of that bullshit. Now, you want to tussle? Let's tussle. Cam the fuck up and let's go. Let's go.
I think we got to jump into this subject, bro. It's getting hot in here tonight.
Open it up.
Alrighty. So, we're probably going to get copyright for this one, but fuck it.
Hey, can you pause it right at the face? Now, let's go ahead and start rotating these guests in, and we're going to talk about this here aura that this Superman spot is given. I don't give a shit if it's 3 seconds or 350 seconds. Look at this bullshit. Now, what I want you to do, Phil, for me, is bring up a picture of a handsome corn sweat. Because he is a handsome white dude. So go ahead and bring up a picture of what he actually looks like.
All right. I'm on it.
Can I just jump in, Charles, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's what just blows my mind, okay? James Gunn comes out on Twitter and says that there's absolutely no CGI in the face. So
okay, we're about to get on it now. Venom Wire, if you're in here, Venom Wire, that picture you saw, what makes you think it looks anything like this man? Can you blow that up, the pink part? If y'all can see that, that is what David Cornsweat looks like. Can you do a side by side of that frame and that picture and this picture? Since y'all want to argue about what somebody look like and what's cool and what's not.
There it is. So there's Corn Sweat.
Jawline, everything. Blue eyes, the whole shit. That's a face. That's a Superman face to me, right there.
Make it a little closer. How about there?
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Look at that picture. Look at this picture. Now go ahead and pull that spot up again. Now I want y'all to keep his face in your mind. Venom Wire, don't come on this show and try to defend the indefensible, because you can't. You cannot sit up there and tell me that this picture that you're looking at right now is the same one that he pulled up with the pink. Right. You're telling me that that's not CGI?
Here's the thing, okay? I can go with it not being CGI. From what I've been reading this last week, apparently David Cornsweat does have an eye issue. Okay, we're not making fun of the guy for that. Okay, that is what it is. But
that's not the problem for me, Rox. His face is not moving. That's what I'm saying. It looked like they just took a picture and then put it on a body. It does not. It's not organic. Look at it.
My issue though is that James Gunn comes out and says that there's no CGI in the face. Like that's some kind of flex, bro. That's not a flex, because here's the thing. if you're putting a TV spot for your feature film, which is you guys have to make this work. If this film doesn't work, your whole universe is done. So a lot is riding on this. Okay. Like
everything is riding on this,
right?
Yeah, and since y'all want to try to compare apples to apples, you know what, Phil? Can you find one of Zack Snyder's TV spots for Man of Steel?
So don't you guys think that since the expectations are so high right now that you would be combing over every freaking frame of that trailer, like every single frame, to make sure that every shot looks immaculate? And you take a look at what's going on with his eyes here. If James Gunn had actually taken the time to comb through this footage, they would have caught this, because everybody caught this. Everybody sees this. It was the first thing everybody noticed was the cross-eyed. So why not correct that with CGI? Why not fix that? Why not make Superman look presentable?
Look presentable, exactly. That is the point. Venom Wire, if you cared about the character, you would care about it as much as we do. That is the point we are making.
Thank you.
Superman is not a slop character. He is an ideal. And you come out with this TV spot and think that you're cooking? You are not cooking. That's garbage, bro. Everybody is saying it's garbage.
All right.
What do you think is happening over there at that studio?
All right, we're going to run the Man of Steel 2 TV spot. Let's do this. Man of Steel, the second TV spot. Let's do this.
Oh, the second.
Is that the second one? No, what does it say? It says TV spot 2, doesn't it?
No, it says 3. Hold on.
Try to find the first one. Try to find the first one if you can.
Hold on.
TV spot.
Well, just type in first TV spot or something like that. Yeah.
I think they're all here. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I have so many questions. Where do I come from? You just have to decide what kind of man you want to grow up to be, Clark. Whoever that man is, he's going to change the world.
My father believed that if the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. That the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
Rated PG-13.
And mind you, that's one of 13 spots.
Well, I just wanted to compare the first one to James Gunn's first TV spot. So, it's a fair comparison here.
Yep. No, I agree.
But that's what I'm saying. This is exactly why I was saying that he doesn't care about the character. Because if you cared about the character for your first TV spot, you would be going over every frame of footage that you were putting out to the public. Every single frame you would be reviewing and making sure it looks immaculate. It looks spectacular.
And you would make sure that if it is CGI, you would make sure that the people responsible for creating that CGI gets that shit top fucking notch.
And then James Gunn puts his foot in his mouth by coming out and saying, oh, well, there's no CGI in this. So basically you're admitting that it looks bad. By saying there's no CGI in it, you're admitting it looks bad. Why don't you just fix it?
Fucking fix it, bro. Stop arguing with people all the time. Why do you always have to come online and defend the crap that you make? You shouldn't have to defend it. Do you notice any other directors doing that? Defending what they make?
That's his problem. He talks too much on Twitter. Shut the hell up. You see that? You see the leak now.
No, hold up. Venom Wire. Venom Wire. If you sit here, let me read something to you. James Gunn's philosophy on comic book movies. I love superhero movies. I also think they're the dumbest things that ever existed. He quoted this in Vulture, February 18th of 2022. 3 years ago. Venom Wire. 3 years ago. This crap. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, you can go ahead and share it. Sure, so you can see it. And then we'll start bringing people.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Yes.
All right. I love superheroes. I also think they're the dumbest things that ever existed. I have no happier times in my life than lying in my bed when I was 12 and reading comic books. I don't think life got much better than that. And yet the fact that we take these things seriously as adults is ridiculous because people really would look at you like you're like they look at Peacemaker when he talks into fennel fields wearing a costume. What's wrong with you? You think that's cool? You're a maniac. The idea that superheroes are maniacs is something I like very much. Guardians is much different because it's really a science fiction story, a science fiction fantasy story. They're not superheroes. They're not wearing masks, which is one of the reasons why I think I had an easier time working my way into it. He writes this like he's a 6-year-old.
Okay, Venom Wire just responded, and I want to read his response because it just goes to show he's not paying attention to what we're saying here.
Read it. Go ahead.
I just don't understand why Snyders are having a meltdown over 3-second TV spot. For me personally, I think the TV spot is fine. James Gunn confirms there's no CGI on David's face. I'm a Snyder fan.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and respond to that. First of all, thank you for being a little bit more respectful than you were. Second, we have every right to melt down over the fact that they let this man go for no other reason than him having to step away because he had to take care of his personal business when he lost his daughter. We had quality, sir, when we had Zack Snyder. Now we got garbage. We had serious film, Venom Wire, because I care about serious film. I don't care about that bullshit. That buffoonery and the gags and the farts and the jokes. I'm 52 fucking years old, dog. That's why. I want to see real quality film. I don't want to see garbage when I go and see my movies. Yes, Zack Snyder put mythos on these characters. That's what makes adults want to see them because they feel adult. They don't feel like...
I can guarantee Zack Snyder combed over every single piece of footage that went out in his trailers first.
You damn right he did. He was responsible for that. That was his job. Okay. Out of everybody else's job that was here, he's the director. He needs to make sure everything visually looks good. That is what we're saying, Venom Wire. Nobody gives a fuck anymore. Now, you don't have to care. If you just want to go and see some gags and some laughs and some goofy-ass CGI, that's fine. That's good on you. I'm going for the story. I'm going for the visuals. I'm going for the cinema, the sound. I'm going for all of it. Not just that bullshit.
And the fact that that trailer got released in the state that it was in with Cornsweat's eyes looking that bad, because, like, I don't care who you are, that looked horrible. That looked bad. The entire internet roasted him all week, okay? It looked disgusting. And the fact that Gunn didn't have the common sense to catch
Let me show you another one.
Firsthand, correct the issue by fixing the CGI. He's saying, "Oh, there's no CGI in his face."
I'm pulling up another one. Go ahead and pull our guests on. Pull our guests on. I'm about to pull another one up for you. Hold on a second.
All right, so we're gonna open up the panel now.
Now, yeah, open up the panel. Open it on up. I want to show you this.
All right, so we're gonna bring in. Let's bring in a Curly. Curly Ray. Can we see
Hey, Curly, how's it going, buddy?
Hold on, we can't.
There he is.
Yo.
I see him.
Why can't I? Hold on.
Yep, you got it.
There you go. All right. Sorry.
There you go. Okay.
I'm out of practice.
All right. So I want y'all to see this. Can you move us to the side right quick? Or yeah, there we go. All right. So this is the picture that 231 posted. A guy I used to follow years ago who claimed to be a
long time ago as well.
Who claimed to be a Zack Snyder fan. Turns out he's not. Who claimed to be a Henry Cavill fan.
He flipped channel and his entire reputation on being a Snyder
exactly.
fan.
He flipped on a dime. Now, this is what he said. The aura is unmatched. All right. Now, I want the adults in the room to understand what a word like unmatched means. It means that this man is saying that all Supermen who came before and after can't match this shit right here. That's what that means. Now, whether he's saying it for clicks or whether he believes what he's saying is irrelevant because this is a lie. I want you to look at this picture, Venom Wire. Look at this picture, and you tell me that's representative of what you think Superman should look like. Be honest. Just because you hate Zack Snyder doesn't mean you should not be honest.
Well, he says he's a Zack Snyder fan.
No, you're not. I don't believe that because that's what y'all always say. First, you will say you'll talk shit about Zack Snyder, and then at the end, but I'm a Zack Snyder fan. Or at the beginning of the sentence is always I'm a Zack Snyder fan, but bullshit. If you got to end that with but, you're not a fan at all. That's bullshit.
Charles, I'm going to bring in our next guest because he has something to share also about.
All right, let me go ahead and stop sharing.
All right.
There you go.
Dennis.
Hi guys.
Welcome, Dennis.
What's up, Dennis?
Hearing me?
Hey, Curly.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, we hear you, Dennis.
Yeah, we hear you.
My PC has no camera right now, so I had to do it on cell phone. Anyway.
No worries.
Traitor 31. So I used to one thing I kind of embarrassed by, don't regret it because I met some good people on his Discord server. So the thing about his Discord server, it was a nightmare, guys. Seriously. There are plenty of great guys, but the problem is that Traitor 31 kept favoring the guys, instead of the people who were nice and who tried to build actual discussion, actual debate, he actually was favoring the people who how can I explain it in a way that isn't swearing? The guys who would butt kiss him.
Kissed his ass. Yeah.
Oh,
Kiss his butt. Yeah.
No, yeah, I forgot the term. Yeah.
Dude, I stopped listening to that guy a long time ago. Didn't it come out that he was like stalking some chick online or something like that?
Yeah, he was. I actually, the embarrassment I was telling you guys is that I didn't hear the other side of the story because I liked the community that Traitor 31 was running back then. You know, it was actually a good community. So we all fell to his lies and his bullshit. He said, oh, he wasn't stalking. He was like in that. Nowadays, I know he was stalking her, but back then we didn't believe it, the stories. And embarrassed for that as well. But his Discord server was a nightmare because there were so many great people and they all got scared away and left because the guy kept favoring the assholes of the group. And sorry for saying asshole. I don't know if you.
It's fine, brother.
That's all right, man. You good?
For example, two guys stand out. Those are two main problem makers. There was Synth God and Krypton Score. They were both like Krypton Score was they stayed longer, but Synth God. Sorry, Synth Havoc. Didn't want to insult you. Synth God was the one who made more damage, and Krypton Score would just agree with everything. Oh yeah,
Krypton's core. I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yep, I remember Krypton's core. Yep.
So Traitor would keep him around, but he would alienate all of us because the dude was an alcoholic, drug addict, and I think he was a drug addict. We're sure he was an alcoholic, and basically just an asshole. And we kept fighting. And long story short. I eventually left when he turned on the table on the crew, you know, on the panel when he went to gun. I left for my own server. We stayed there. I'm like 10 people, maybe basically 5 regulars.
Well, it's like people like that just have no integrity, Dennis, man. That's what it comes down to.
No integrity.
You know, he doesn't have integrity, and based on the way he's ran his YouTube channel, we can all see that. Like we said earlier, he built his entire platform on being a pro Snyder, being a Snyder fan, by getting us all to join his channel, and then, you know, stabbed us all in the back when this community needed him the most. So
I want to hear Curly's take on it. Curly, you there still?
Yeah, I'm still here.
What you think about all this madness?
Are you talking about?
By the way, love the hat.
Oh, yo, thank you very much.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the what you call the Traitor 31, I actually didn't know about him until I started like rocking out with you guys. So I didn't really know about it. But one thing I'll say, man, I think it's crazy how people like this just take advantage of fandoms to gain engagement. And it's not just the True 31. It's these other outlets that, you know, that have even come at me, you know.
The digital age has produced a bunch of charlatans and liars. That's what it has done.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so crazy because, like, you know, they can't hide it no more.
We're getting to a future, Tron. We get into it. I got a whole thing on that that I'm talking about on that one. Yep, we get into it, brother.
Yeah, it's just like, and the thing is, like I said, they can't hide it anymore. Like, every time,
Thank you, man.
somebody,
Appreciate it.
every time somebody will like post something about it just to like, tell everyone, hey, this is what's going on. They see that and they see that, it's gaining attention. They're like, okay, we got
Bring that comment back up. Bring that comment back up. Okay, I don't mean to cut you off. He just made me think of something. He says, "I love you guys. You're hardcore Snyder. I will stay subscribed. Have a good night." Okay, hardcore Snyder. Let me tell you something. If this were in a different universe and Gunn was the one, I would be defending Gunn. That's what y'all need to understand.
They think it's about the person. It's about the integrity.
It is not about that. It is about integrity. If Gunn went through anything that Zack Snyder did, if Gunn had a daughter and lost her, if WB fucked over Gunn about his universe and screwed him over and did the same exact shit that they did to Zack Snyder, I would be defending him. That's the point, guys.
Yep. Actually, there's another comment that just popped up from Venom Wire. I'm a Snyder fan. Man of Steel is my favorite Superman movie. I love BVS. The only thing I don't like about BVS is Lex Luthor, and Zack Snyder Justice League is amazing, dude.
And that's cool,
listen,
bro. That's
okay.
Criticism. We are. I've talking about things that I don't like from Zack Snyder's Justice League before. Or
not everybody likes exactly, bro. There's plenty of things that I can pick out of Zack Snyder's Justice League that I can pull pieces from and make that movie a little shorter and still be cohesive. Those are my personal gripes and my opinions, but it doesn't affect the movie overall for me. I'm not gonna say he's trash because he took this route or he chose this suggestion. I'm not gonna do all of that. Just come with some facts, bro. If you're going to criticize. We don't mind. That's the point. But if you're going to get up and say, Zack Snyder's a hack, Zack Snyder's this, I hate Zack Snyder, and you can't tell me why? No, that's unacceptable.
Just one more thing about the trailers. If you
go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah, I want to give him a drop, but go ahead. Finish your point.
I think the most important part about this trailer isn't what they are showing us, is what they aren't showing us. Because can you guys have an idea of what the plot's going to be with these trailers?
I mean, honestly, if we're talking about the Superman trailer, which is that's what I think you're talking about here. Yeah. It looks like it looks like a rehash of Man of Steel, bro. It looks like a toned down rehash Man of Steel.
No, it's a parody.
That's what I'm getting from it. It looks like everything we've seen already.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
I want to say something here for Venom Wire. He said, for me, the TV spot is fine. I don't understand why you guys don't like it. This TV spot, I'm sorry for this. You know what, brother? Mm-hmm. All good. And you know what? You get a drop.
You're going to have to take it over.
Ah, right. Commencing drone mode. Thermal imaging is showing me 24 hostiles on the 3rd floor. Why don't I drop you off on the 2nd?
And again,
and let me say something right quick, bro. Let me say something right quick. Look, let me tell y'all something, man. I come from a different era. Okay, I am gonna be older than probably most of y'all that follow this channel that are on here right now. I come from a different place. Okay, I don't like when someone comes in and tries to disrespect someone's work that they worked hard for and destroy it and change that entire blueprint for what we loved in favor of comedy. Y'all need to understand that shit is not okay with us. Okay, we have a serious problem with that, and that is why we are so passionate about it. It could have been Zack Snyder. It is Zack Snyder. It is also Christopher Nolan. They fucked him over too. We are talking about people who are chasing money for no other reason than trying to be like Marvel, and that shit is unacceptable for an IP that is nothing like Marvel. Mm-hmm. That's the point we're making. Let DC be DC,
and Venom,
because that formula is different.
real quick, I just want to say to Venom Wire, like I just want you to understand, like if we're criticizing the trailer, if we're criticizing that shot that came out, we're criticizing it for a reason. We're not just criticizing it because it's James Gunn. We're criticizing it because it's a horrible shot. Because this is Superman. Because like I feel Superman should be represented in the best way possible. Like, and for a director to release that footage with that kind of a mistake that's so obvious, that was so obvious to the entire internet, it shows me he does not care. Because if he cared like the way Zack Snyder cared, he would be combing.
That's exactly the point. Every second of footage. He used one of them weird old fisheye cameras that they use, just like they used in Guardians of the Galaxy, just like they used before. That does not work. It does not work. So if that was his face that we saw, that camera fucked it up. And I'm sorry, James Gunn should have been smart enough to say that doesn't look right. But because he accepted it and released it, everybody thinks it's okay. It's not. That is why he's getting so much flack. He would not be getting this much flack.
All he had to do was not say anything on Twitter and fix it. And then when the movie was released, it would have been fixed. But now, because he said something, because he came out and
he can't keep his fucking mouth shut.
Because he had to run his mouth and say, oh, there's no CGI in the face, I guarantee you he's not going to correct that. When that movie gets released, that shot is going to look exactly like the way it does, because his ego is too big to admit that he was wrong. And admit
exactly.
I messed up. I should fix this.
We are talking two completely different men, and this is what y'all need to understand. Okay, get this through your head. I don't care if you're an old head like me or if you're young coming into this game now. Zack Snyder cares about this shit. He's not in this for the money. He's not. He believes in this stuff, which is why the attention to detail on his films, on his movies are the way they are. Now, I hate to say that they're just built for adults, then they might as well be. Because if you have to go into this film, Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman and not understand them, it means you're not paying attention. That means maybe you are too young to grasp the concept of what is going on screen. For me, that's what I want in my superheroes. I'm not 6 years old anymore. I'm not wearing fitty pajamas with a cape on. Give me adult content. That's all we're saying. Make something worth going to the theaters for instead of just an hour and a half of buffoonery and then leaving the theater and forgetting all about it.
And a lot of it, too, is people got to remember the last interpretation of Superman on film that we got prior to this new movie was Zack Snyder's Justice League and seeing Zack Snyder handle Superman, correct? That was the last iteration, right, that we had before this. So my whole thing is that it's pretty jarring for a film fan like Charles, like myself, like Costello, who are so we appreciate the visual the visual storytelling that Zack does. So
thank you for bringing that up.
We thank you for bringing that up. Right, that's one of his biggest things as a director. He's a visual storyteller. So for us to go from what we had to this
to that,
it's just jarring. It looks wrong. As
it's absolutely it is unacceptable. And by the way, if anybody's interested in what cinema actually means and what cinema versus theater is, cinema is audio and video. It is literally 60 to 70% of what you go to see. You're not going to see dialogue. You are going for a soundtrack. You're going for an epic soundtrack. You are going for the visuals on screen. You're also going for those visuals being told in such a way that you understand the film without actually having to have dialogue in it. That's the purpose of cinema. So yes, Zack Snyder is the ultimate visual storyteller. He can make an entire movie without dialogue in it, and I guarantee you I'll understand what the fuck that movie is about. Real talk.
So Charles, we got other people in the panel when it come in, so I want to start rotating. So I want to give Curly and Dennis final thoughts on the TV spot. So let's start with you, Curly.
Well, I'll actually give you guys what my reaction was to that shot of that new Superman. Wait a few seconds.
He always does. I love it. I love what he does. I love it.
Hold up. What the hell was that?
Hold on. Do it one more time.
Oh.
All right.
What the absolute hell was that? What was that? Really? Come on now. You can do better than that.
Look into my eye. What was that? Man.
I love you, Curly, man. I love you, dude.
Right.
Dennis, what about you?
Man,
Let me highlight you here. Okay.
it's so hard to go through everything thinking like. First, I still think that the trailers are misdirect. I think it's gonna be full of that MCU formula. And look, notice how we're not listening to dialogue in the trailers. You know why? Because like you look at Zack's trailers or most trailers, they have enough dialogue that you're kind of aware of the tone or the stuff. I think these trailers are misdirect. I think that Gunn's making a standard MCU movie with Superman in it, and then this is what's gonna get. In the studios are trying to kind of low key hide it because they are coming to their senses that the MCU formula isn't popular anymore.
I like that take, Dennis. That's a good take, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's a possibility. All right, boys. I want to thank you again for coming into the channel.
Bye.
So appreciate you guys. Also, any of you who are also Rebel Moon lovers, please go and follow Curly Ray and Rebel Moon Theory. He breaks
Rebel
down
Moon Theory.
breaks down everything Rebel Moon wise. All right.
Okay.
So
I need
guys,
to go, guys. Like out of the stream. So bye to everyone in the chat.
All right, man.
All right, Dennis.
See you
You have a
next
good
time.
night, brother. Thank you for showing up, man. We appreciate it.
All right,
Bye.
Curly. Same to you, man. Take care.
You too. Y'all have a wonderful night.
Absolutely,
Have a good night,
Curly.
Okay, so we're gonna bring in now. I haven't seen this guy in a while. Osa Fresh.
Fresh. I don't think I've ever seen Osa Fresh on a stream.
Well, he wasn't. He was never. I seen him once. I think I seen him once on a stream. You came on Sky Stream a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on Sky Stream last time. Yeah.
Osa kills the Twitter game though. He's awesome on Twitter, bro.
Yeah. yeah. Twitter has been a freaking bloodbath this past 3 days, especially some experts who swear that real DC fans are real insiders, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But you see them crashing out. But
well, so what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Osa? What are your thoughts on this whole debacle here?
On the Superman trailer?
The trailer, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it goes down to the Marvel Kool-Aid that everyone's been on. Because if you notice, like nobody knew who James Gunn was until he did the Guardians. And then because Guardians was part of the MCU, no one really was inclined to criticize it. So then when he did the Abomination, that was the Suicide Squad, no one still felt they need to criticize it as much as they criticized BVS. So
well, I'll tell you, as a DC fan, I criticized the shit out of that movie.
Oh yeah, because you're a real fan. You're not a shill. Yeah, you actually have a brain.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you actually have a brain, but unfortunately, the majority of the internet does not. So that's why you see people praising Peacemaker, thinking that it's going to carry over, like when it's not. Barely made YouTube numbers.
Mm-hmm.
What else? The Superman trailer, trailers used to be something. It used to be a main event of its own.
They used to be a movie in the movie, bro. You would be like, holy shit, I want to go see that.
You look forward to watching the teasers. So when you see the TV spot with Superman looking cross-eyed, like Superman who's supposed to have heat vision, looking cross-eyed, that's not a good thing. Yeah. And then James Gunn saying that, it's not CGI, it's just a real thing. You're hurting your big star more than you think.
Yeah, because you're making them look bad. You're the director. You should be hands-on on all this.
What? Honestly,
this is what I tell them. I say, y'all are mad at the wrong people, man. Y'all should be mad at James Gunn. You should criticize him.
I hope Corn Sweat's agent made a phone call after that spot came
Yeah.
out because I'm sorry, David, you look like shit.
Like, listen, I get WB is scared to put CGI on Superman's face after what they did to Cavill. I get that, but you have to fix these little, like, to fix an eyeball is not very hard. To make an eye look straight is not very hard. These are not things that the internet should be criticizing a goddamn Superman movie about. Like, let's be real here. Did we ever think we would be criticizing Superman's eyes? Like, this is where we are at with Warner Brothers and the crap that they're putting out there. This is
what's up, Infinity? Yeah.
Yep. All right, so I want to bring in someone else. So we're going to bring another regular of the street. Osa, stick around with us.
Yeah, no problem.
We got the Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Welcome back.
3 months passed and long time no see on panel, guys.
Nice to see you, Sergeant.
Nice to see you, brother.
Yeah.
So let us know, what do you think of this trailer debacle, David Corn Sweat, the cross-eyed thing? What are your opinions?
Oh, me?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Quite exhausting and really a big pain in the ass that see WB try to copy and repaste shit all over again. Like, they can't seem to give it a rest and hear it sound what we wanted. I mean, from looks of the trailer, quality is going down, and we've seen it go down with Marvel since the Avengers, right after Spirit of Vengeance, which is the last movie I consider movie quality before the 2012 movie came out, which was rated as TV quality. And just like we've seen out of Justice League, having a huge decline in quality right after we've seen BVS and Suicide Squad. It's quite disastrous too, with all the shift in positions of power going on in Hollywood now. It's really been irritating me, and it's really irritating me even more when they refuse to give us the same kind of character. When they refuse to give us characters that we haven't seen before from the comics and live action films brought to life and being done properly. I mean, if you've seen Iron Man 3, that was complete disaster with how they mishandled and wasted characters like the Mandarin just to get through things just to get through everything and done fast instead of staying true to the source material. And now we're seeing Gunn try to rush things by shoehorning a lot of characters in or from other portions of the DC world and constantly overusing the same villains over and over again, like Luther, instead of giving us what we want, like Brainiac from Kalu, the Collector of Worlds, for crying out loud, and including other villains like Metallo, who should be real simple to adapt in the films as thugs for Lex Luthor. I mean, what in the world is going on with these hacks at the executives, and why do we gotta keep treating them like that?
It's amazing that
normal people. And these people who are defending the studios, really, what do you got to gain from constantly shilling for them instead of calling them out and questioning them?
Like Charles has said it. How many times, Charles, have you said this?
Yeah.
They're worth how many pennies, and they shill
$10.57. $10.57. Look, let me tell you something. When you come to somebody with your pockets turned out, and all you got is $10.57 worth your name, that's an issue. That's an issue for the shareholders. That's an issue for the investors. So all of you kiddies in the room who don't give a shit about all of this stuff, let me explain something to you. The investors and the people who put their money into these projects, they care. They give a damn. Do you know what a P&L report is, youngins? A P&L report stands for profits and losses report. You always want that report as much as you can at the end of every fiscal year to stay in the black. Because if it is in the red all the time, the people who invested money in your company are losing that money. Do you understand that?
I do.
That is how business works. So, I'm sorry, $10.44. I was being too generous. I said 47 cents. How about that? All right, $10.44. This tells you your worth, guys. This tells you your worth. This tells you that the money we put into you is worth it. It ain't worth shit now. Netflix. Can you go ahead and bring up Netflix's for me right quick?
Yep, and we got one more person coming in the panel. So
Okay.
after this point, we'll bring him.
All right.
All right.
All right. All right.
All right. Here we go. So this is Netflix right now.
All right.
Wow.
At this moment, Netflix is worth $976.76 worth of shares. That's each share. That's one share. That's how much one share is worth. One.
That's a car note.
Yeah.
Bro, there you go. That's a car note. That's insurance. That's bills.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much one share is worth. How many shares you think you got to buy to equal that at WB at $10.44? Y'all do the math. How much you think? That's a lot of money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a lot of money, Charles. Definitely.
Yeah. You'd have to buy what? 90 shares? 100 shares?
About 100 shares.
Or something like that? Yeah. Just to to get up to that number. So the point is this. While you're out there flexing for there you go. Some places that's a mortgage payment. So while you're out there flexing and shaking your ass for WBD, that's the cheapest strip club I've ever been to, bro.
Yeah.
They're just picking up those $1 bills off the stage, bro.
Pennies, man. We throwing pennies at the strippers. Get these pennies, girl. Get this quarter. So it's more than it's this picture. The stocks, they tell a story. Like I've always been saying, they tell a story from where you were to where you are now. All because of your fuck ups. That's why. Don't blame Zack Snyder. Don't blame Chris Nolan. Don't blame anybody else. Don't blame the creators. It's not their fault. It's y'all fault for making bad business decisions and y'all shilling for them. That means you're not fans. You're not fans. You're not. You may like something. You may see something that's appealing, but that's it. You're not an actual fan. You don't care because you're online talking shit to people who actually care. While you being on your knees for WB, that's not a good look. It's just not. And I'm gonna be bringing somebody else up here in a minute, and we're gonna be having a little discussion about that gentleman as well. All right, let's bring on our next guest.
All right. So this is someone new that we haven't. He's never been to the channel before. So let's welcome. Can I be frank with you?
All right. Welcome to the channel.
Welcome to the channel, buddy. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Can we hear?
All right. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Thank you.
Okay. There we go. All right. Cool.
They also offered you an invite to my Iron Man stream last September too, Frank.
All right. So
really low, man. Is it me or?
No, it's his mic's a little low. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So real quick, Frank, let us know what are your thoughts on the whole Superman debacle, the whole the lazy eye, the whole everything, man, the whole trailer.
It sucks, doesn't it?
That's simple and to the point. Yeah, it definitely sucks.
Okay, I like that.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Johnny Depp could have been Superman.
Everybody says he looks like Jim from The Office. Jim from The Office could have been Superman then. From that spot, if you freeze it just right, you're like, holy shit, that's Jim from The Office.
I mean, let's be honest. Modern movies, they just suck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it seems to be like throughout all film genres too. Like me and Charles were talking last week about the whole buffoonery genre and how they just don't make funny movies like the way they used to. And it's the same. It's plaguing everything in film. They don't make anything like they used to.
You know, I watched Hot Shots yesterday. The best.
Oh man!
Okay. All right. All right.
Both of those were. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I like Scary Movie, because that's what it reminds me of. Those real quick, like they do props. It's 10 seconds worth of funny shit, and they just move right on to the next shit. That's why I love it, because they're not trying to be something that they're not. They know it's stupid. That's what makes it great.
You know, I think now they're way too much politically correct. Look at Tropical Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Really good movie. And well, if you don't like blackface, you don't like blackface. But it wasn't intended to be politically correct. That's why it's funny. Same as White Chick. Can be
exactly.
I forgot about that.
Exactly. It knew what it was. It just did. They knew the Wayans brother, they had a foundation, man. They were like, we're gonna make the stupidest shit possible. We're gonna make people laugh. We're not gonna take this shit serious at all. We're gonna make sure they know we're not taking it serious. Just come here and laugh. And that's why it was successful. That's why it was successful. That's the point. Exactly.
Do you guys think like Hollywood is taking note of how they've been overly political these last, let's say, 10 years, because it's been about 10 years now. Yeah. How everything is. Do you think they're finally taking note and starting to maybe pull back on that a little bit?
Let Can I be Frank? No, let Can I be Frank answer that question. What do you think about that, brother?
I think that's definitely true.
Okay.
Osa, what about you?
I think now that they're losing money, they're actually saying, oh, maybe fans just like quality of the movie, which was always the case. So I don't know why they switched up in the first place.
Yep. Sergeant, what about you?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this movie is definitely.
Yeah, we're just trying to get everybody's opinion, so we can.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, real quick.
Oh, the film's not going to save the studio. It's just going to take it even further to the ground, really deep to the ground. I mean, they've really alienated us fans for over 10 years, and even before, going back to 1980 when they fired Richard Donner and then rejected Brainiac from being the villain in Superman 3 in between 81 and 82. I mean, these people at Warner Brothers, including the studio itself, so uncivilized, and I don't even see why it should be pulling on to this.
So uncivilized. That's so Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love that.
Yeah. Ego's the enemy of truth and creativity, including gatekeeping as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there's someone gatekeeping that we're gonna actually. I think Charles. I think it's time we talk about that person.
Oh yeah, let's get
that person.
Oh yeah.
Okie doke. All right, so I'm gonna share. Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen here in a second. Give me a moment.
Before we do that, can I be frank? I want to give you a drop. First of all, you're new here, so I want to welcome you. And this is, guys, again, the links in the chat. If you're new here, please come on in. This is what it's all about. We want to hear your opinion, whether we like it or not. We want to hear it. However, be respectful. If you don't like something. Okay, just like with Ben and Brian right now, there were things he doesn't like. Great, no problem. There's things we don't like either. There was a time where we can have conversations and all be friends. That's what we're trying to do here, guys. So for that, I want to give you a drop. And I had it right here. You mentioned Tropic Thunder. We do a lot of Thunder here. We do a whole lot here.
What do you mean? Because we're tired of being the trail donkeys, acting like you some one-man GPS. God damn it! We lost. We fucking super lost, man. Tell them, McCluskey. Tell them what time it is.
I don't believe you people.
Huh? What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Huh?
I think what Tug means is you people,
look at
you
his eyes,
actors,
man.
you people.
Exactly. Look at them, BD. Why are you talking to me?
I gotta get back to home.
You know what? Here's what I think. I think that if Hollywood is really taking notice of how bad they've been doing these last few years, I think we need, and I think the time is now for a Tropic Thunder 2.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to do it, now is the time.
Now with RDJ with an Oscar, and now,
right now.
No. That's no. You know what? They need to let that's Ben Stiller, bro. That's his shit. They need to let him off the chain if they're gonna make another one, because he was off the chain when he made that one. So they need to let homie off the chain and do his thing. That's what it is, and that's what I'm talking about, man. Even that, as stupid as it can be for an hour and a half to 2 hours, made sense. It made you want to be there. It made you want to watch it. It made you want to laugh. When you try to insert comedy into things that it just doesn't fit, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was going to point that one out. RDJ for Black.
You're more shredded than a julienne salad, man.
No.
What's the secret,
Absolutely
dude?
Not. Absolutely not. No. I love you, Matt, but no.
It's the same thing with, for example, Naked Gun and OJ. Everybody gonna hate OJ, but he was funny.
Oh,
as fuck.
He was funny as fuck. Yes. Those type of movies, and that's what I mean. They knew where to go and how far to take it, and it made sense. You were making fun of something, and you're throwing it, and you're just adding the comedy into it, and you're piling it on, and just making it as stupid as possible. That's what made Naked Gun. That's what made Airplane. If you guys haven't seen Airplane, please watch that shit. Please watch that movie. It's old, dude. It's like in the 80s, but it's making fun of a 70s like air crash movie or whatever it was. It was making fun of one of those, and they just call it Airplane. It's the same guys that made Naked Gun. It's the same guys that made those films back then. It was them. Yeah.
See, but I think what it comes down to is like those films knew what they were, and they just cranked it up. You know what I mean?
They took it up a notch.
Exactly. But nowadays, you don't get a lot of that. What you get is these movies that, like what James Gunn is, what we see, what he's trying to do with this DCU is inject that comedy in a genre that it doesn't belong in. This isn't what this is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't belong here. And I think that's one of the biggest things for me when it comes to this whole James Gunn reboot. His whole method, his whole genre of film, what he's good at, does not belong with DC. It has its place. It's just not with DC.
You know, it's not only him. It's, for example, the new Scream 7 that is coming out.
Okay.
I don't think that woman belongs in there. I love
Jenna Ortega?
What?
Did you say Jenna Ortega?
Ortega, yeah.
Yeah,
okay. She's in a new Scream 7.
Yeah.
She's coming in the new Scream 7. You know, I love a horror movie where unknown actors are in, so they can be killed off. I don't want to watch Ryan Reynolds in a movie that I know that he's going to be killed in.
She was in one of the previous. Was she in Scream 6 or Scream 5? She was in one of the other ones, right?
Is she?
I think
she was in one of the most recent ones. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure
that's why I don't watch it, because I love my old classic.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want like famous or famous actors in it.
It's funny though, because we were actually I wanted to talk about Scream tonight, so I just thought it was funny that you brought it up, because when it comes to Scream 7, I saw that Matthew Lillard's coming back. And I think that's pretty cool. I hear Nev Campbell's also coming back for Scream 7, which also seems pretty cool. So to see,
it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how they're going to do Matthew Lillard. They dropped a giant TV on his head in the first movie. So.
How does that work?
I was almost thinking that they're probably going to do some kind of flashback scene because they also announced that, I can't remember the actor's name, but he was the killer in Scream 3. He played Sidney's half brother.
Yeah,
that character.
I don't remember about the Scream franchise, to be honest.
I know what I'm thinking they're going to do is they're probably going to show how he convinced Stu and Billy Loomis to kill Sidney's mom, because we've never seen that on screen. So I'm thinking maybe we'll get a flashback of how that happened.
But what do you guys think about franchise being renewed? We have Fast and the Furious being way too broad.
They should stop remaking shit and create the one thing that infuriated me so much was The Crow.
Yeah.
I'm like, it shouldn't have happened.
It's like, why don't you leave that? It's a piece of art.
Dude, Back to the Future, do not even fucking dare.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming. You know it's coming.
Oh, that's not the only one, bro. The Goonies. They're trying to remake the Goonies, and I'm like, no, what the fuck are you doing? Are you serious? You're gonna reach back into my childhood now and fuck it up. Are you serious?
Like the only remake I like is Cobra Kai because they actually brought in the
that is
basically
good.
every one of the old characters.
That was a continuation. Because it felt like a continuation from the last one you saw. That's why
the trailer for Karate Kid Legends came out, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna dig it. You know,
is that the one with Jackie Chan?
Yeah,
that one looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
That one I'm definitely.
Who doesn't love Jackie Chan?
Part of it too. So
I'm still waiting for Rush Hour 4. Where the hell is Rush Hour?
Oh my
4?
god!
I'm waiting for
Where is it?
Yeah.
You want to talk about a franchise that needs to come back? Rush Hour. Bro.
Yeah. All right, so Charles, let's move on to the next topic of
all right.
chill. But before that, we're gonna rotate the panel now. So Sergeant, I'm gonna let you go now because we got someone else coming in. But I appreciate the support. I will see you again next time.
Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for stopping by, brother.
Any final thoughts before we let you go?
Sure. I'm going to get back to streaming, doing live streams later this month. Like StreamYard ran out of storage recently last month after doing multiple streams with Core, and I'm going to start getting back to it soon around the week of Valentine's Day, mostly around the 12th. And I'm kind of also looking to see if you guys are interested in joining me for some streams like that later on this year.
DM us later, and we'll
DM us, man.
Yeah. Right. Take care, guys.
All right, brother.
Have a good day, Sergeant.
All right. Osa, I'm going to have to let you go as well because we're trying to keep this in pairs. But, dude.
Osa.
Also, what are your thoughts on all this? Final thoughts. Go ahead.
Man, all I have to say is R&B touch grass. But and so also
you know what? Before you go with drop, I'm gonna give you a drop by heart. You got anything else to say, or that's it?
Oh no, yeah, just basically what everyone else is realizing. We've been saying it for the past 2 years. Like, apparently, eventually everyone's gonna realize the Emperor's not wearing any clothes. So, yeah,
there it is.
Yep.
Nice. All right.
So
man.
good. Shout out to the Lethal Geeks.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you. Shout out to you, Osa Fresh.
Thank you,
brother.
For you,
No problem.
Osa, this is for you.
We got a drop for you.
Oh, okay.
Let's put our cards on the table here, General. You're scared of me because you can't control me. You don't. And you never will. But that doesn't mean I'm your enemy.
Then who is? Zod?
That's what I'm worried about.
Be that as it may, I've been given orders to hand you over to him.
Do what you have to do, General.
Perfect.
That was fitting.
Quality.
That was fitting. All right, Osa. Take care, man. We'll see you next time.
See you later, brother.
All right.
Right.
So we're gonna bring in one more person. Also, someone new to the channel. His name is Cozy Boy Cam. How you
Cozy
doing?
Boy Cam.
We can't hear you.
You're on mute.
Nope. Again. Wait. Hold on. Oh, there you go.
Nope. Still can't hear it.
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties.
I can always sing a song for you guys. Don't worry.
I saw a comment in the chat.
Hey, can I be frank with you? Don't make this weird. Sing.
I saw a comment in the chat. Ray was saying, "What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing."
Oh yeah, from Rush Hour.
Rush Hour.
All right, hey, I'm gonna share my screen. Pull him in when he's ready. Okay.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna have that song in my head the rest of the night.
We still can't hear you, Cozy.
We'll keep you on the panel, Cozy. Once you get your mic fixed, hopefully we'll be able to hear you, bro.
Now, This is a gentleman named Robert Meyer Burnett. He reviews movies. He was dabbling a little bit in Hollywood there, here and there, and I like him. I like him personally. I like him as a person. I like the way he reviews movies. I've been on his channel a couple of times. I've listened to him make sense before, up until this point. So, as a grown man, now he's older than me. I'm 52. He's like 56 or 57 or something like that. So he's older than me. Yeah. So for a grown man to say something like this, here's the reason why. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel trilogy underperformed. Now keep that word underperformed in your head for a second. I say this as a fan. Again, there's that trigger where they always, right before they try to dunk on the Snyderverse, they always said that they're a fan. Keep that in mind. There is no joy in those films. There's no humor. There's no warmth. They're relentlessly portentous. So if anybody doesn't know what that word means, it means that it is a prophetic. They're prophetic movies told in a mythological way. That's basically what he's talking about. They needed
a little bit, Charles, please. I'm sorry.
Can I what?
Can you zoom it a little bit more, please?
Hold on. Let me see.
Go on the Chrome and just zoom.
Oh wait, hold up.
Are you saying like a
right there, yeah.
way? Like
right where? Here? No. I don't see my zooms. It's generally up here, but I don't see it. Hang on.
Do control and then scroll.
Yeah, let me try that. You said control and then scroll? Yes. Okay, hold up. Let me try that. There we go. All right.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you. Okay.
Okay. Wait, hold up. Is that getting too small? Hang on. Let me do it again.
Zoom it in.
Right.
That's perfect. That's good. That's good.
Okay. All right. Let me find it now. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Can y'all see that?
Yes.
All right. Now, this is what he says after this part. They needed Superman on a roof with Lois knowing her underwear is pink. Seriously. Now, let me stop you right there. And let me tell you the problem I have with this sentence coming from a 57-year-old man's mouth. Why in the world do you need Superman to tell a story about Superman for him to be on the roof, X-ray visioning her clothes so you can see her pink underwear? Why?
I'm pretty sure X-ray doesn't show pink underwear anyways, but that might be me.
I'm bothered by the fact that where did he get this from? And then he says, Superman is beloved by people who love to F. Snyder's Man of Steel is beloved by people who have yet to realize the joy of making a woman come under the practiced touch of the tip and their tongue.
Bro, is this a real tweet?
What the
Are you fucking kidding me?
Is this
yes, it's
real?
A real tweet. He doubled down on this shit. Yes, it's real.
Damn.
He doubled down with a follow-up saying how he got paid, and he's probably trying to be funny, talking about how he was shilling for Warner Brothers and how much money he actually made. This is the type of shit right here that pisses me off. This dude is almost 60 years old. I have a big thing about grown folks with double digits in their age acting like it. I have a pet peeve about a grown man acting like a child. I can't stand that shit.
Charles, can we just rewind for a second here? The whole thing about knowing her underwear is pink, is that in reference to something? Like, where?
I don't know. I have never seen that before.
Because it's obviously not feasible because, to be honest, X-ray doesn't show color, but fair enough. This guy is a dumbass.
I'm just trying to understand what he's talking about here. What is he referencing? Like,
he is obviously referencing to
Robert. If you're listening, if you want to come into the chat and explain yourself, you're more than
because I don't know what this means. The joy of making a woman and that people who watch Man of Steel don't. Motherfucker, do you know who I am? Do you know where I come from?
I don't know. I don't have X-ray vision.
I mean, why would you say this about people and you don't know anybody's? He's making a broad statement about something. Thank you. R&B is making Gen Xers look bad. Exactly that. Exactly that.
Like, I just want to know if he's in reference to something, because not having a reference makes this come off as completely fucking creepy, bro.
Yeah.
Like borderline weirdo shit.
Yeah, I had to highlight all this shit, but since we're talking about money, can you guys see? There we go. Hold up. Can you see that? Hang on.
No, hold on. You gotta take the zoom out.
There we go. Okay.
There we go. Okay.
Y'all see that?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. All right. Let me zoom in right quick.
Is that bookmarked?
Yeah, it's bookmarked.
All right. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, I found it. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, what you're looking at is basically what the production budget was, all of the other kind of stuff, domestic box office numbers, and all of that. Now, from what you can see from this chart, pretty comparable, right? To the Marvel films and all that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, y'all already know how this debacle started. Okay. When Batman vs. Superman came out, a couple of bloggers got online. Ooh, too scary. WB, we hate it. That's what happened. That's what happened. What happened the first time, though, with the Man of Steel, they wanted to chase these 4 movies here. So this is what they were doing. They dropped all of these between 2008 and 2011, right before the Avengers came out. All right. They started in 2013 with Man of Steel, and then jumped immediately to Batman versus Superman.
Worst thing that they could have ever done.
The worst thing that they ever could have done. Zack Snyder went along with him and said, okay.
And cut the movie, 30 minutes.
Exactly. So that was that. So they cut 30 minutes out of the movie, and that 30 minutes would have easily got them, without inflation, would have got them that extra 150 to 200 million. They got them to $1 billion. Guaranteed.
Because you would have had fans like me continuously going and repeat viewing it over and over again. That didn't happen with the first. For me, it didn't happen with the original version of BVS, because for me, the original version of BVS doesn't hit as hard as the extended cut. No fucking way, bro.
No, it doesn't.
But the thing is that it's all about actor reference, right? I mean, if you look Batman versus Superman, do you think that Ben Affleck was a good choice?
I think Ben was a brilliant choice for Batman.
Really?
I do. I think he's the best Batman we've ever gotten. Bro.
Here's why. I see where you're coming from, and I feel you. I feel you. So because when he was, I liked him in the stuff he was in before, but he was not. I thought he was going to be that guy.
Yes, everybody was very skeptical back then. Everybody was like, "Oh, he was already in Daredevil, and that didn't work." I knew. Looking at it from an aesthetic point of view, it's like Zach's trying to bring us a Bruce Wayne and Batman from the comic books, like literally trying to rip that shit off the comic books,
straight out of the comic books.
Exactly. Screen. And I knew, like I knew just based on Ben's facial structure, like he was Bruce Wayne. I could see it from day one. As soon as they said he's going to be Batman, I understood why. That's me personally. Maybe the rest of the fandom didn't feel that way.
Is that because just objectivity? Do you like his movies before? Or do you,
I wasn't a hardcore Ben Affleck fan. I thought he did good. I thought he was a good actor, yes, but I wasn't like some hardcore Ben Affleck shill. No, I just
Can I be frank? I'll tell you this: the older he got, the better he got.
Yes,
let's put it that way.
Ben got better with age.
The older he got, so it's almost like Good Will Hunting was obviously top notch. Then he had some crappies. He had like Reindeer Games and Armageddon and all of the buffoonery films. But then he came out with Argo.
Bro, what then that shit on Reindeer Games.
Once he came out with Argo, and then he just kept going from there. I was just like, okay, he's starting to get more serious and more. And then when I found out I was like, was this the same guy that was in Armageddon and Reindeer Games? I don't know about the Batman thing. And then I saw TV spots of him, bro, and they were comparing him to the comic book, the way his size and the way he looked. I was like, holy shit, that's him all the way. Yeah,
because we perceive all these heroes also have like 6-packs, really cool suits, right? So I have to agree with you on that one. Because
Yeah.
Ben Affleck didn't make a really good Batman, but I always had a feeling from Christian Bale. I can't help it.
Okay.
You know that sentence, and just
Mhm.
I don't know the CGI, but also that motor that he had, it kind of did it for me. And it's totally unrealistic. But hey, we're talking about science fiction here, right?
Yeah.
For me, Ben was like one of the only dudes who, in my opinion, was able to nail Bruce Wayne and Batman, where they were two distinctly different characters, and Bruce Wayne had his own story arc. You know what I mean? With him going through the alcoholism and all the sex and everything that was alluded to in the movies,
Yeah.
him overcoming that. By the time we get to the end of Justice League, you see there's no more pills on his dresser. He's not drinking anymore. He's clean. He's sober. You know what I mean? So there was a whole Bruce Wayne arc to that. We don't see a lot of that in any other Batman film, in my opinion. I don't think we get a lot of that. But I think that Ben was I think everybody who's portrayed Batman or Bruce Wayne, they had their strengths. To me, Christian Bale, he was a good Bruce Wayne. I thought he was a little too small to be Batman. But I loved what he did.
I will say this.
That's a good point.
His arc, his arc was dope. Christian Bale's arc, they tied that off perfectly. And I don't care what you say about Dark Knight Rises. That movie was fire. I don't care what anybody says.
I
It was
love
fire.
the way Bruce Wayne is portrayed by Christian Bale. Like, you know the scene where he's walking into the hotel and he's got the two women over and then he jumps into the pool.
That's
with them.
Bruce Wayne.
Like, that's Bruce Wayne. Or that scene where he pretended to get drunk and told everybody to get the fuck out of my house. That was so Bruce Wayne. Like
Bruce Wayne.
He nailed certain things, and I will never take that away from him. I just think that, like, Batman, for me, when I see Batman, he is that bulky, hulky, you know, that Frank Miller style Batman.
That's why I liked him, because he was the Frank Miller style Batman. Exactly.
So guys, so Cozy had a reboot, so I'm gonna bring it back in so we can
bring him on in.
So all right.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
There we go.
There we
go.
How's it going?
Welcome to the show, Cozy.
Y'all talking about my favorite Batman?
Which one? Christian or
which
Ben?
one?
No, Ben.
Ben. Yeah, he is Batman, bro.
Yeah.
So
they all have their interpretations of Batman, and I think they played them well. If you're talking about the Bruce Wayne Batman personification, each one had their strengths to the other one, basically. So it was absolutely.
And it's a generational thing. I think everybody from every generation has their version of Batman, or who, you know what I mean. Like, I don't know,
right?
Frank, do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 30.
You're 40. Okay, so you got a few years.
So he's right. Yeah, he's
gotcha.
30, not 40.
You saw it 30?
30.
30. Sorry, I thought you said 40. Okay, 30. So I got a couple years on you then. Okay.
I got 2 decades on homie.
So, like,
what about Cozy? Cozy, how about you?
I'm 25.
It's 25. So he's young in here.
Yeah.
See, but I noticed that I find that Christian Bale's Batman does relate a little bit more to the generation that comes after me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. For me, growing up, my ideal Batman was Michael Keaton. And then that all changed when I saw Ben Affleck. Like, that all changed when I saw Ben Affleck. But it was always Michael Keaton for me. And a lot of people who didn't grow up with that, they grew up with Christian Bale, and that's why he's got that special place in there. I get that. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
Same controversy with the Joker, right? Like, who was
best Joker? I think I will give it to Heath. I think Heath, hands down, is the best Joker.
Yeah, hands down. Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with Christian Bale's. Like, I liked his Batman. It's just like you said, like, that's not the Batman I know. Like, I'm used to the.
It's not comic. It's not comic book.
Yeah, when
it's not a comic.
Batman,
you should, sci-fi, right?
Like, people should be scared. Like,
bro, I think we highlighted this when Real Shift was on last week. What was the very first? Do you guys remember the very first scene where you see Batman for the very first time in BVS? How he's up on the wall in the freaking
wall.
Show me another Batman movie that did that.
Yeah.
That was ripped right out of the comics, bro. Where he's just hiding in the wall in the back like that. Like that was insane, man.
And I think that was the difference. And this is actually addressed at Can I Be Frank with You? Yeah, I think that was the difference. Nolan was going for grounded. He wasn't necessarily going for a comic, like comic. That comic book Frank Miller. He was just going for a grounded story surrounding Bruce Wayne, and that's what makes them different. But that's also what makes them great.
I wouldn't say Snyder's interpretation isn't grounded, but he had a lot more mythological elements in his story. He had,
exactly.
Right. He had, and not only that, but he had a lot more fantasy too. There was a lot more fantasy, a lot more space. Other worlds, gods, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, so, he was more mythological. Yes. He was more the mythological, and yeah.
That's why I was going to ask you what do you mean with mythological? But now it makes more sense. And to be honest, if you believe in the comics, then it should be more realistic.
Well, just think about in Justice League how we had the whole history lesson where he brought us back to Zeus and the gods and all that. So it's very entwined with mythology. And just even the way he portrays his characters is I'm sorry, but you cannot look at Henry Cavill's Superman and then pull Iron Man, pull anybody from the MCU. There's no comparison when it comes to aura and mythology and Cavill's Superman was what he looked like. Oh man, like he was carved of stone, like a Greek sculpture. You know what I mean?
That's what Zach was going for. Everybody thinks it's muscles for muscles' sake. It's Greek mythology, guys. Yeah. Battles, arenas, fights. That is what Zach is into. That's why he had those guys working out the way they worked and made them look the way they look. That was the point. He was telling a story from Greek mythology. He's telling stories from Roman mythology, from all of these other these mythical places and all of these fantasy worlds that exist. He's putting all of that onto the superheroes, and that is what I was looking for. That is what I was looking for his universe, because he was going to give us that Lord of the Rings type kind of universe. That's what I wanted. Yes,
even the way he portrayed women, the Amazonians, how they were all like fucking hulking warriors for women. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes, yeah.
What I'll say about Zach, I love how he portrays the women. They're not just helpless, including Lois. Lois is not helpless. The damsel in distress. You gotta Superman has to.
Yeah, Lord, what did she tell him in BVS? I'm not a lady. I'm a journalist. They did not tell me an interview was with a lady. She's like, I'm not a lady. I'm a journalist.
By the way, guys, quick pause. Mama Bear is requesting to jump in also in the chat, but she has no camera. I know.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. No, we know Mama Bear. Yeah, that's fine. Come on. Yeah.
All right, Mama Bear, hop on in whenever you're ready.
That kind of reminded me. I was watching Transformers solely because Megan Fox was in it.
Oh, which one? The first one or the second one?
All of them. Just because she was in
it. Megan Fox was only in the first two.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Only because she was in it. That's why I watched.
No, first three.
No, she wasn't in the third one, bro.
He had the new girlfriend, the one with the blonde hair. That's right. Yeah.
She was supposed to be in the third movie, but there was something going on with her and the director at the time.
Michael Bay.
There was a problem with Michael Bay, and actually, that the girl in the third one, that's Jason Statham's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, he's married to her. Yep.
I can't wait for that new movie of him, Working Man.
Oh, Working Man? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does look good.
That was also with David Ayer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and those type of movies, guys, David Ayer is not doing anything new. What he's doing is he's bringing something back. That's what he's doing. He's not making anything new. David Ayer is bringing something back that was heavily present in the late 80s and the early 90s. That's what he's doing.
When I do a lot of movie and music trivia, when I ask people, do they know what Crank is? I was like, Jesus,
yeah. Crank was awesome, bro.
I was like, do you know how funny that movie is?
That movie went hard, bro. I'm trying to remember what the name of the blonde actress is in that movie. What's her name?
The one that you mean with the horse racetrack.
Yes.
I know.
I can't remember her name. I mean, you know exactly which scene I'm talking about.
Yeah. He needs to get his adrenaline up right there.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Expendables? Expendable series.
It was the first two.
It was pretty good. I like the first two. Yeah.
The third
I like the
one,
first two.
the second one, the fourth one, I didn't
watch the fourth one. I refuse to watch the fourth one.
I didn't watch it either.
Yeah, but I don't know. Something about that like series, like we don't have that anymore. That like you have a bunch of action, like known. These are action hero stars that are all in one movie doing like badass shit. And I don't know. I feel like we just don't have that anymore. I kind of miss that.
It's the only one I have.
All we wanted.
The first one.
First one was really good.
This is apparently the extended director's cut. I don't even remember watching this, bro.
Oh, there's an extended cut.
Yeah, there is.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The movie. Do you guys know the movie American Ninja?
Yes.
I heard of it, yeah.
Nobody knows about that. I thought it was such a good movie.
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of sequels on that one, right? Like 4 or 5.
It has Michael Duchovny. Wait, Michael Dudikoff. Sorry,
Michael Dudikoff. Okay. Yeah. That's late, like mid 80s, late 80s.
That's like old school.
All right, let's see. Okay, let's see what the chat's saying. Let's say, but guys, please, like, share, and subscribe. Are you guys entertained? I love it.
Are you entertained?
Are you entertained?
Yeah, by the way, guys, Cole.
Way to cut off Charles.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Play the trailer.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
That was awesome.
You guys are gonna find you in Cozy, and can I be frank? Look, man, I'm real passionate about my cinema, bro.
I know. I watch all y'all's lives. Like
man, let me tell you something, bro. I am so and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, man. If this were any other universe and it was Gunn in Snyder's shoes, I'd be defending Gunn, bro. It ain't about him. That's what people don't understand. You took a man's art, his work, his heart, and you took it from him and said, there, go take care of your family. Meanwhile, we'll bring in a Marvel guy to tune up your Justice League. Oh, he tuned it up all right. And then you bring a second Marvel dude in to keep on just fucking the rest of DC up. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that.
That first Justice League is just so unwatchable. It's just like I've tried to go back and watch it.
My wife tells me all the time, she's like, I don't even remember parts of this movie anymore. I don't even remember what it was like. I said, unfortunately, I do. I remember all the terrible parts. The part about him falling on Wonder Woman, which was stupid and juvenile. The whole booyah because Cyborg is a black dude, and that's what black dudes say all the time. What the fuck is that shit?
You know what I remember was the whole the Flash pushing the truck at the end of the movie in Russia.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
I remember a lot of it, and I wish I was like Charles, where all that can be wiped away.
I wish it, but I remember pieces of it. I'm just oh my god, are you serious?
We need Will Smith with his little thingy from Men in Black and just erase everything.
I know, right? Just
wipe our minds. Actually, I wanted to ask Frank something. Frank, because you said Christian Bale was your favorite Batman. Yeah. Have you ever seen Equilibrium?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, what'd you think of that one?
Loved it.
The whole gun fu, is that what they called it?
Loved it.
Very good.
My members are in here as well, and we watched it, and they go like, "Yeah, I find it really boring." I found it extremely cool.
Dude, I thought it was like I think I've seen it like a handful of times. Like I remember watching it after it had already been out for many years. I didn't even know it existed, and then I watched it, and I was like, "Yo, this is dope!" Like it's like The Matrix meets like future. I don't know. I got like a lot.
They don't even make movies like that anymore.
Yeah, like I can understand. Like I think that
like John Cho. Remember like these type of movies with the kung fu type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the plot wasn't like the greatest in the movie, but the whole gun fu thing was nuts, bro. Like the stuff that they were doing, the action,
especially like the end scene while he slices that guy's head off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm a pretty morbid guy. I cover true crime all the time, but you know, when it comes to those kinds of movies, it needs to be unpredictable, and it kind of needs to give me this like Boondock Saints feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to highlight Kenneth Gardner's comment. He said, "Proof shows Marvel directors are not for DC movies. Bryan Singer, Joss Whedon, James Gunn are examples. And Gunn is doing DC, and history is repeating again with MCU guys doing DC. Exactly. These guys are not learning from their mistakes. You took Tim Burton's pretty successful Batman and turned him into Schumacher's Batman because you wanted to sell toys and make it family friendly. Bomb. Then you take Superman Returns and you use this guy to make a nostalgic movie that nobody was asking for because it was already done. Shout out to my third favorite Superman, Brandon Routh. Okay, it had nothing to do with him. He was perfect. He was the perfect Superman. It was the story around him. So that bombed. Time went on. Here comes Nolan. They're back in the game again. WB, you got a second chance to redeem yourself. Nolan lays out the foundation for the DCEU. After him, he brings in Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder brings the exact same tone with a little bit more fantasy, and y'all fuck him. Yeah. Oh, no, we want Marvel again. Marvel passing us. They make more money than we do.
But it's not only that, brother. It is not only that. It's with all movies. It's with it. Everything's
He's not. Yeah, he's not wrong. It's across all genres now. It's like an infection, and it just spread across everything now.
Yep. So let me bring in Mama Bear now. So hold on, Mama Bear, you there? Can you hear us?
She can't. She's laughing. What's up, Mama Bear? So, Mama Bear, what's your take on all of this WB Marvel mixing it up 2.0 reskin, all that crap? What do you think?
You said it like perfectly
Charles,
as you normally do.
Sorry, one second, Mama Bear. Charles, this is another topic that needs to be.
Yes, before it's too late. Yeah, before it gets too late, we need to talk about that. But yes, thank you for bringing that up. That's going to be the very last one, correct?
Yeah,
was that the last one?
Yeah. Actually, the last one will be this one.
Okay.
Because it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
You didn't serve him too much this time.
Well, you guys, if you know, you know. I'll tell you guys later. But all right.
That reminds me of that lady from The Conjuring that got arrested because of a DUI.
What?
I think Phil was serving Tom Welling.
They love their alcohol.
I couldn't serve it, but I'll tell that later. All right, Mama Bear, go ahead.
Mama Bear, I know I say a lot about it, but what's your personal thoughts about it? I mean, how do you feel about what is going on up to this point?
I mean, for the most part, you actually did hit the nail on the head. Just a few minutes ago when it came to it, and it's completely gone from my mind now. Shit. I hate it when that stuff happens and when the sim controller just completely reboots your thought.
Had a little brain fart.
But you guys were talking a bit ago about, yeah. I really believe sometimes that life is like The Sims, and when that moment happens, they've clicked off the activity you were about to do.
Reboot.
It's called getting old. We're all getting older. That's why we're all getting.
I refuse to get older.
I feel young, so I'm good.
No, but you guys were talking about pantheons.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where were you?
I am ageless. I can show you a picture from high school. You would believe it. But you guys were talking about like the pantheon and stuff earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Justice League War, which is one of the versions where they introduce Wonder Woman into it. I am a huge fan of the animated universe. Like I said in the chat earlier, my GOAT Batman will always be Kevin Conroy, and my GOAT Joker will always be Mark Hamill. Nobody is going above them, live action or else. Because let's face it, everyone who comes everyone live action or not, we're judging their portrayal off of the animated series.
Right.
True. And the video
That's true. You're right. She's true. That's right. She's right. Yeah.
That's why they will always be the GOAT for me. And not just because, I grew up watching it. But in Justice League War, towards the end of the movie, there's a quote that actually, it's perfect for this, and I did pull it up, where she says, it was good to talk among a pantheon again, and Superman asks, how do you mean? And Wonder Woman's like, Hades, Batman, Apollo, Green Lantern, Hermes, the Flash, Hephaestus, Cyborg, Zeus, Shazam. Each a god in their right. And Superman and me, I've never met anyone like you, god or mortal.
Yep.
It might be named different. It doesn't mean that they are not a god.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's the juxtaposition for me is the difference between the Justice League versus the Avengers. You have the same balance, but in the opposite directions. The Avengers, it's one god among mortals, where in the Justice League, it's one mortal among gods.
One mortal.
And who's the one that they're all afraid of? One of my favorite animated movies is Justice League Doom.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. Yep, and they all but said it. They said that the difference between DC really is you're looking at the tragedy of gods trying to fit into human society and to be more human, and they effort to be more human, whereas in the MCU they're trying to bring gods down to their level. Yes. That's the difference. That's the fundamental difference between the two. Okay. And that's what sets DC, and I tried to explain this, and Mama Bear, you might agree with me on this too. When you crack open a DC comic book, when you read how they're written, the prose, how these authors write these books, they are written differently than Marvel comic books. They are. If you look at sentence structure, if you break it down and you really read it, you're like, wait a minute, this doesn't read anything like it's supposed to be funny or campy or you know what I mean? These books are different. DC is different, and I don't know why they refuse to see that. That's their problem.
But she's saying something extremely interesting, because if you believe like all these heroes like intertwined, if you believe in them all, and that would be your worst enemy, right? Like kind of like Hades being the king of the underworld, but then having all the powers combined of every single superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I genuinely believe comics are a modern day mythology.
They are.
Oh, they are. They show.
They are what we do to look up to for that higher ideal. This is why that they usually have the idealized bodies, these fantastical stories, just as the old days with the Norse gods, the Greek gods, and why quite often the ones that are most long lasting mirror those particular deities that our ancestors grew up on. Yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
It's pretty fascinating, isn't it? I mean, I'm a historical nut anyways. It's extremely fascinating to I love the movie 300. Who doesn't?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
But people can argue, like, the thing is that people can argue how historically accurate it is. I'm not sure about them, but I wasn't there. Were they there?
That's true.
Doesn't mean that it wasn't an epic movie.
And he made you feel like you were there. That's the point.
It wasn't intended to be historically accurate, just like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen wasn't intended to be an exact mirror of the books that are represented in it, which I have read pretty much all but the Bond series and Dante's Inferno, which I need to get to.
Woman,
That
I
is a
think Woman, what was
14 book challenge to read to read all of the books connected to that movie.
Yeah.
Side note, sorry, I jump track a lot.
That's all right.
You're good.
But when 300 was a comic book.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not going to exactly mirror the historical events. It was, yes, inspired by it. But let's face it, we all know that as badass as the Spartans were, they weren't running around in leather Speedos.
They were not.
Not that I'm complaining because that gave us a lot of fantastic actors. And let's face it, I used to have lots of fun going to, I'm going to age myself here, going to rent movies.
Blockbuster.
Thank you. Going to Blockbuster and putting 300 down and saying it's chick flick night. Anytime there was a new guy on the till. That's my version of a chick flick.
There you go. Okay. Hey.
Nothing wrong with that.
There it is. There it is.
I never thought of it like that.
Thank freaking God she's not quoting the originals of Vampire Diaries.
All right, let's push it on, man. It's getting late. Let's go ahead and get this rolling.
All right, let's finish the last two topics. WBD getting sued again. I lost count.
I don't want to dwell on this too much, except to say this.
Just could we recap?
There are too many.
Those who don't know Charles, because a lot of people don't know what's going on.
Yes. All right. So obviously, the trailer, the trailer spot was garbage. That got heat. Now they're not releasing any trailers or anything for the Super Bowl spot. All of that's gone. They're doing it on the Puppy Bowl. We got shills all over the place, basically saying they're going to do that because they're going to attract a lot of kids and women, which they won't. And now we have the Schuster estate suing them because they let the license run out basically on a Superman character, and they have a partnership with them under contract. They let that run out, and then they made a Superman movie and basically was like, we're going to make this movie, and didn't bother saying, hey, Schuster Estate, we're going to make this movie. We're going to obviously cut you in on this with the license and all that, and we're going to keep right on moving. They didn't do that.
To be specific, it ran out in Canada, Australia, the UK, and I think there's one other country. So
all major players in how much money this movie is going to make. Now, my prediction, I said it's a 50-50 shot. My prediction is that if they really want to make this movie, they're either going to pay the suit or they're not going to pay the suit, and they're going to tax right off that shit, and then this universe is dead.
Yep.
My money is on they'll probably pay, simply because of the promos that have already been out, the trailers that have already been out, and all of that. So my money is they going to pay that shit.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite. You know why? Because
oh shit!
All right. Cozy, I want to hear you after I say this. Okay.
Okay.
You're next. All right.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be the complete opposite, because think about it. With all the bad news that's been happening, with all the lawsuits that have been going on, and we broke down how the stock market went down when Zazie sold off. So everything's against this movie to succeed. So I honestly think this is a Hail Mary in a way for the investor, not for the guy who wants to, I want my use. No, this is for the investor to say, listen, this is our way out. This is our way out. And fuck this universe, fuck DC, fuck everything. We need to bail because this is getting uglier. The optics in this movie are not in its favor. So
they're just not.
And listen, and I'm going to say this right here, right now. I promise you, and again, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so don't just take it with a grain of salt. I would not be shocked that there are some hedge funds already shorting WBD. Guaranteed.
What did I say at the beginning of this? What did I say beginning of this whole thing? Shareholders care about P&L reports. They don't care about shit else. It's that simple. Yep. If I give you my money, I expect you to make me more money with my investment. If you are not doing that and you can't do that, then something is wrong. It's that simple.
What are you expecting in a franchise that has gone on for so long? Like we have Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is so much good in other movies, but not, for example, Man of Steel. You know, people might like him, people not like him. I love him as an actor, but I think he's more a comedian than I love him more in a comedic session than, for example, in a serious one. But everybody has a different feeling about that, right? Mm-hmm. You want to make a good movie that is legitimate for everybody. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's the same as James Bond movies. I mean, we can all have a different opinion, and that's the same thing with Marvel, DC. I mean, let's be honest. Ryan Reynolds sucked as a Green Lantern. Everybody agrees with that, and that is what you want in a movie. You want to agree. You want a character that is agreeable with everyone. I mean, who doesn't love Deadpool?
Yeah.
Cozy.
Hold
on. Cozy. I want to hear your take. By the way, look what they put here. They didn't even have CinemaCon screening.
Yo, okay, so yeah, this is what I'm gonna bring up. So I'm on either side of, like, they pay it out and they release the movie, and I think the movie is still gonna do bad, or they don't pay it, they do a tax write-off like Batgirl and call it a day. And there is a lot of like issues. I've even said it since the first photo, like set photo, and like I don't like the suit. A lot of people are making fun of the suits. The cinematography doesn't look good.
Scuba Steve. You
don't show it at one of the major Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. You skip that.
Yeah.
Or what?
No, it was a Comic-Con. It was
no, but they still skipped
the other one, though. Yeah,
they still skipped San Diego Comic-Con because look, this is how.
Yeah.
This is how I view it, right? If the Fantastic Four movie hasn't started shooting, but they brought the actors on stage just to hype up everybody.
Yep.
How come you couldn't do that? How come you couldn't call, hey, today we're gonna take a break, we're gonna go to Comic-Con, we're gonna bring y'all out? We don't
he knew there was no hype. He knew if he brought Corn Sweat out on the stage, nobody was gonna fucking react because that's not what we wanted.
Exactly. Didn't he get booed at like one of the last events he showed up to?
He did get booed in Mexico. That I heard.
Yeah.
He got booed in Mexico.
Of course he's not gonna go to the Brazil one because he doesn't want the same thing to happen.
Man, they gonna slice him up like a smoked sturgeon, dude. If he goes to Brazil, do you know how big that fan base is for Zack Snyder, bro? Oh, they will chop him up, man.
Also, a lot with a side of chimichurri. Come on,
they man, and that's what's weird is he has fans that are bigger overseas than there are in the United States.
That's crazy.
His fan base is global. It's much bigger outside the U.S. Much bigger.
Yeah.
But I just want to bring it back to what we were talking about here. I don't think they can. I think they have to pay this out. Yeah. I don't think because the marketing has already started. I think they're too far in. I don't think that they can just tax write this off. It was different with Batgirl because there was no marketing campaign at that point in time. You know, they didn't invest the money into the marketing. So
it's going to be crash and burn, basically.
That's exactly what I think is going to happen. Yeah. I think it's crash and burn.
You don't even show it at the Super Bowl. You do it for the Puppy Bowl.
Could you imagine?
How many people watches the Puppy Bowl and be like, "Oh yeah"?
That's what I'm saying. It's their line of thinking that I just don't get. It makes no sense. I'm like, what are you talking about?
I think they are finally accepting what the reality is, and because they now understand the reality, why would they go and invest all that money into a Super Bowl spot?
I don't think they have the money to invest.
They know they're not. They know it's not going to make it back. They're not going to do it.
Could you imagine that it just made a bad business investment and the Sinaloa cartel will go after them? That will make a great movie.
But see, you know the funny thing about it is, Frank, it's a no way out situation. They don't have any way out financially. Period. If they sue for litigation. It's going to stop. It's going to halt the Superman production. They're going to lose money there. If they settle, they're still going to lose money when the movie releases because it's going to flop. If they do the tax write-off, it's still going to lose money. Either way, behind those three doors is nothing but negativity. That's it.
Here's the thing: is that if they felt positive about this movie, if the people in charge felt like this movie had a chance, of course they would. Crazy. Yeah, of course they would invest in a Super Bowl tryout. There's
she said elderly people watch the Puppy Bowl.
Then they go up to their investors and go, look at this cross-eyed motherfucker that is wearing a cape.
Can I
yes.
Can I bring this point up too?
I like enemy Frank. I like him.
I want
Go ahead, Cozy.
I want to bring this point up too. They're also making a huge mistake not showing it at this particular Super Bowl.
Bro,
Kendrick Lamar is performing at this Super Bowl. A lot of people are watching this Super Bowl for that. And you decide, no, we're just gonna go to Puppy Bowl, forget the Super.
You know, it's the only logical explanation is that they don't feel confident in the movie. It's the only thing that makes sense.
It's that
No,
simple.
hear me out. I will say Cozy is 100% right, because I said this in a different chat the other day that I can't lie. I'm not a football fan. Cannot wrap my head around that stuff. What Americans and Canadians call football, can't understand it. I grew up, with the calling football what the rest of the world does.
Soccer. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Soccer. Yeah.
We actually call it football. By the way, I'm from the Netherlands. By the way, so just.
My father's from the Netherlands.
I'm sorry. Where are you from?
Netherlands.
My father was from Amsterdam.
Well, there you go. See, those are the good people that actually know their sports.
Well, at least I know you root for the right football team. But I digress. I've said in another chat that I'm actually tempted on watching this year's Super Bowl just to see if Kendrick Lamar does not like us.
Not like us.
Oh, of course he is. Of course he is.
He's going to.
With the fact that there is conveniently tied in a lawsuit inspired, like Drake put a lawsuit down because of Not Like Us. I'm not sure if there will be, but I
think he will do it because Drake he didn't want to do Sue No More because he knew that was a bad choice. So I think there's a high possibility he's going to do it. I mean,
it seems like I cover a lot of
those ratings are going to be off the chart.
Mm-hmm. What?
It kind of feels that all these rappers that think that they're all ghetto are kind of getting recode and they don't have anything to tell anymore. I think it's cute.
No, that's true. That's true.
No,
that's true.
In this case, the one that's the halfway crook is Drake, and I will say that as somebody from the same city as him.
There you go.
He's the one showing up like Anthony Mackie in 8 Mile. Sorry.
I'm standing on that, homie. I'm standing on it. Mama Bear say I'm gonna stand on that.
Have you guys noticed? And this might be political or not, but when I'm a huge Eminem fan, grew up with Eminem, will always be a fan. But when this entire Diddy thing happened, right? I'm just curious about you guys' opinion. I mean, when Diddy got arrested, Eminem raised up, right?
He what? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
He made more albums.
He did a few tracks. So yeah, he did another album. He did another diss track. He did say something about Diddy in one of his tracks. I do know that.
That was not this album. That was a previous album.
That was a previous album.
That was the previous one. Okay. Yep. Well, then he said it early. Jesus.
It is getting replayed because of
the Diddy stuff.
Because of the shorts on this channel and another platform.
Oh no, this year a lot of shit is gonna get exposed. Like, it's we're not getting political, but there's a certain someone now who's gonna let a lot of shit go out. So
right now, let's talk about something else. Let's move on. Okay,
let's close it up with our final topic. But guys, please also if you're here, like, share, and subscribe. And yeah.
Somebody save me.
Yeah.
So he got arrested for a DUI, and he's not doing well. You know, it's rough out there.
Apparently, Phil was pouring him one too many at the bar.
Phil, are you responsible for this man falling off the wagon?
They see me rolling.
He was literally out of the country for this situation.
So for all you guys who don't know, real quick, I used to be a bartender years ago here in Boston, and I was working at the airport. And he showed up at my bar, and I couldn't serve him because on the airport, there are certain times that you can serve alcohol, and he showed up on a Sunday. I couldn't serve alcohol until 10 a.m., and he must have shown up, I don't know, like at 8 o'clock.
Phil served Tom Willen. Somebody's got a picture of Phil like this.
You know, we should have figured he had a problem if he was at a bar at 8 o'clock in the morning, bro.
Oh, bro.
Well, dude, I mean, it's. I mean, he was traveling, so it's not, to me. It's not uncommon because when you're traveling,
different time zones.
You could have had an orange juice or something, man. Come on, bro.
Either way, I'm not defending the case. I mean, Tom, if you're listening, sorry I didn't serve you. Don't hate on me. I still love Smallville, but dude, I was doing my job. And honestly, dude, if you're having issues, please get help, man. Like for real. Like we might be mocking the situation, but it's also a serious
real shit.
There are a lot of people out there who do suffer from alcoholism.
Real shit, yeah.
And not only that, but like you got a fan base that looks up to you, man. Like, you know.
Exactly, dude. You're fucking Superman.
You were Superman. I know you didn't put on the suit, but you're still Superman, bro. So a lot of kids that look up to you, a lot of people look up to you, and you know, this isn't.
And maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe that's what the problem is. I can only imagine the pressure it was, first of all, back then trying to play Superman. And then number two, now that you are no longer in that spotlight and you're only remembered as a footnote on Smallville, that can get into your head, man.
Yeah.
I think you could. Yeah.
Who was the gentleman again that said he was from Boston?
That was Phil.
That's Phil.
You know about the Karen retrial, don't you?
The what, sorry?
The Karen retrial.
Yes.
Those people are fucking batshit crazy. They go freaking tailgating outside the court right there. It is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah.
Talking about
so Tom,
I was like, damn, you from Boston? There seems to be an issue there.
Mr. Welling, if you are listening to this podcast, sir, we do hope that you get help and you are getting well. You were a phenomenal Superman on Smallville. And you'll always be remembered for that. So no matter what your mistakes are, you'll always be remembered for that. So,
all right. Yeah. Well, I just want to say, technically, he played Clark Kent, not Superman.
Yeah.
He's
Superman. He's still Superman in our heart.
He never put the suit on. But Gilmore's girl actually had the same thought as me. At that time of the morning on a Sunday, dude, go for brunch.
Yeah.
The most, dude. Listen, like on Monday through Saturday, the bar was open at 8 a.m. by law, by state law. 8 a.m. I could start serving alcohol.
Damn.
Blood.
They were literally contributing to people's sobriety or non-sobriety. Man, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
I learned.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, partner. Won't you come on in and get you a vodka? What?
You know, it reminds me of that scene in Dumb and Dumber where he wants to meet the chick at the bar, and she's like 8 in the morning, or was it 10 in the morning?
Yeah,
that's how it was. He's like in the morning, and he shows up in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene? I wish I knew it line for line, but I don't. It was from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
You guys.
All right, y'all. Let's start wrapping this joint up, man.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours and 3 minutes. Jesus.
Yeah. So, final thoughts. First of all, I want to thank everybody who was in the chat, everybody who's been listening through Twitter X, through YouTube. We've got 71 people right now watching us. Hopefully, we'll have more repeat views later so you guys can catch up with what we spoke about. Again, we're going to be doing more open panels this year, so definitely get comfy. See that we don't bite. We don't bite.
As Cozy and Frank can attest to, these gentlemen don't agree with everything we're saying, but they're coming with facts. They're coming with why they like the things they like. They're coming with the shit. That's all I'm asking people to do. Is just do that. Don't jump on here talking about I hated Superman or I hated Man of Steel. Henry Cavill is emo. Bye. No, I don't stop that shit, bro. No, grow up, man. Go if you want to actually hang with people who like film and like discussing cinema. Everything from how the movie is made, backgrounds, the actors, all of that stuff. If you are a real true cinephile and you like that stuff, you would be able to come with that, just like these two gentlemen did. And that's all we're asking you to do. We're not going to jump down your throat because you don't like Zack Snyder or Henry Cavill Superman. We don't care. But if you're going to come here, just don't disrespect us. Don't just talk about our channel is this or our channel is that because we don't like James Gunn or we don't like his universe. We don't. We like serious stuff. That's all it is. That's the difference between the two men. That is the verifiable difference. Is one man takes this shit seriously, the other man does not. That's the problem fundamentally of what we have.
We've said this multiple times that James Gunn has a niche. He should exploit that and focus on that. And
get into comedy, bro. Start writing a whole bunch of comedy movies and shit. Be like the Wayans brothers, man. You have a niche for that. There are people that will watch that shit. Get out of the superhero game, man.
But you know, he obviously wants that, and who can prevent him from that? Apparently, not the fans.
Well, exactly. We want our DC to be adult.
If this Superman film flops, I think his universe is done, and
yeah,
it's not
It's
done.
It's not an if. It will. It definitely.
It's flopping. Yeah. Exactly. It's flopping.
It flops, and they will cancel Supergirl.
Yes. Yeah, they're canceling everything. And I was telling somebody the other day. I said he can announce movies all the live long day. Doesn't mean they're going to get made.
Mm-hmm.
Studios do that. Studios do that all the time. They announce shit all the time, and what ends up happening? Boop, chopped off. So there you go.
So that I will feel bad if it does happen for Jason Momoa because I know he's wanted forever to play Lobo.
I don't feel bad for you. Know what, dude? I mean, he's an actor. He's getting paid.
Yeah, no, but
good.
Let me finish my thought though. One thing is that he wants to be Lobo. The other thing is Gunn going to keep Lobo respected?
Or I think he should be low, but not Bo.
Okay, I like that. That's the way to put it. You know,
no,
I feel,
dude. Here's the thing: as a Lobo movie could still work, though. A Lobo movie, you could still do an Elseworlds Lobo movie if you want.
You can, yeah, you can. It doesn't need to be,
Supergirl. It doesn't need to be attached to anything. So he might still get the opportunity down the road to play Lobo if that's something he still wants. That's why I say I don't really feel bad. You know, he's an actor. He's getting
Frank, what's your take, bro?
Either way.
No, I totally disagree. After the Aquaman debacle. To be honest, I think his career is kind of over. I don't want to see that guy in any more movies.
You know what's funny because we had mentioned that backstage that Momoa, unfortunately, now his career is ever since Aquaman has been going down. You know, a lot of the food
Amber Heard
been coming out. Well,
the Amber Heard stuff does have a lot.
That
to do
also
with it,
came out and hurt him. Like now he's coming up with this Minecraft movie. I'm like, what the fuck did you guys do to poor Jason?
He's tanking. It is what it is, man. He. Now I get it. He was in the game to make money and take care of his family and all of that kind of stuff. But yo, Snyder put you on the map, man. He did. He put you in a situation that he gave you a character that he made serious. Aquaman was a joke in the comics, bro. Straight up. Yeah. And then he turned this dude into a god, man. That's what I wanted to see. They ended this universe with Orm eating a cockroach hamburger, bro. You telling me that wasn't Gunn's notes? You think that James Wan wanted that in his fucking movie?
Listen, I will fight to the death with people.
Didn't James Wan also going to sue WBD? Also,
Yes, there was a lawsuit, but I will fight to the death on the opinion that Zack Snyder's Aquaman and Aquaman from his standalone movies are not the same character. So much so. Take a look at their eyes; they don't even have the same color eyes.
They don't have the same eyes. Yeah.
So to me, they're two completely different characters.
And, they can't breathe. They can't talk when they're underwater.
Underwater, yes. Yep. So, you know, if the opportunity were to come for Zack to finish his story, I think Aquaman could come back. I think Momoa could come back because to me, this fan base, he's not the same character. I don't think.
That is the same thing. What he does. To be honest, I think he's a brilliant actor. He can do a lot of things. The same thing in the Fast and the Furious franchise. I was like, gay. That is what I thought.
There you go. Straight up. All right, final thoughts, guys. Let's do our thing here. Let's go with Frank. Final thoughts, sir.
Final thoughts about what?
On anything, everything. What we've been talking about. What's going on with WB? Go for it.
Well, modern movie sucks. I think that they need to go old school and keep lesser known actors to their potential because they can be good and be killed off, and that's it.
Right, brother. Frank, let me tell you something, man. It was a pleasure having you on the show, brother. Whenever you have free time, please come back, jump in the chat. We'd love to have you on the panel again. It's been an absolute pleasure, man.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, Cozy, you're up.
Well, I knew this was coming, and I hey man, bro, they killed my favorite thing about DC, and they killed it for this piece of crap. So
they murdered it, bro.
This is karma to the studio. This is karma to James Gunn for not respecting superheroes, and this is karma for anybody who's hating on Snyder and then can't take criticism when it's their favorite universe. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Bam! Straight to the point. I like it. Cozy, you are welcome back anytime, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was a pleasure having you on the panel, man.
Thank y'all for having me.
Absolutely. Mama Bear.
Hello, boys.
No pressure.
This has been an insane week. I am going to say, for anyone who's watching that is on the trolling side of the page, and some of you will know exactly what I'm talking about, as apparently the only female Snyder fan existing.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Let me catch y'all up. So I tagged this dude too. His name is, hang on a second. Let me show you right quick. Give me a moment.
Midnight's Edge. We do have a history. We have streamed together multiple times.
Yeah. Yep. So he's
been on my channel.
Yep, and he's been on the channel. So give me just a second. I'm pulling it up right now. All right. Can y'all see this? Hang on a second. There we go. All right. Let me blow it up right quick. Come on.
I'll get there.
There we go. Okay. Now. Wait. Hold up. Right there. There we go. This guy. So he came out and pretty much just said that he don't know. He basically doesn't know any women that are actually what they call Snyder bros. So he came out and basically just basically saying that women don't like Snyder in a nutshell. Mm-hmm. Mama Bear, you can pick it up from there.
Anyone who hasn't caught it, absolutely go back, read the thread. It is still on my Twitter. I will never take it down because that was priceless. I simply responded of, I am a Snyder fan, and we have already met. That thing is still, gaining traction days later, and still no response. Crickets. I didn't expect one.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what happens every time you catch them when you go against whatever their narrative is. You guys can turn around, play this rage bait to prop up your channel, to prop up your Twitter or whatever, and use it as content on your YouTube channel, miss me with it.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna come with this stuff, at least come with facts. Stop with this nonsense. Or Charles ain't the only one you're gonna see Hulk out.
I actually got in a fight with Tom a few Jesus, when was the last time that over a month, like 2 months ago, I got in a fight with him on Twitter because he was bullying some other person. I jumped in and defended him it's just provocateur. It's just picking fights. That's it.
That's exactly what a lot of them do. That's what they use for their channels. And
that's what they're paid for. They're paid to do that.
Exactly.
That's what the people who watch their channels actually come for, is to watch these manufactured beefs.
And by the way, females love Zach's movie because if y'all remember, when Rebel Moon was getting premiered on LA, and when we saw Skywalker and Leon and Josh, we saw and Callie was there also. We saw a lot of women there, average normal women, not like super beef no, all shapes, all sizes.
Are you talking about the New York premiere?
No,
the one in LA.
Oh, okay.
When they had the whole Snyder week.
Gotcha. I even remember
the Epic World with Zack Snyder. Yeah,
that was
and I remember even seeing Sky do the stream in New York, and Vanessa Noel was there as well.
Yeah,
so, and there were lots.
Yes.
Yes.
No, that was after. That was after.
And even within our own little circle, A-Pass, she's another one. Like there's plenty of female Snyder fans. So this whole narrative is just
it's just whack, bro. It's just whack. But yeah, go ahead and finish your thought there.
Before that, and also if there are women out there who feel that that you're not appreciated as a Zack Snyder fan, you are here. If you guys want to say something, have a place where you can come in and just share your thoughts about Snyder's films without getting criticized or getting judged or whatever, please come here to the channel.
Because there's plenty of them. There's plenty of them that follow us, bro, on X Twitter that are women that love his film. So, yeah. I would love to get a perspective. Obviously, Mama Bear, your perspective is very well appreciated. I'd love to get a perspective from someone else that would come on the show and talk about what they feel about these movies. So, yeah.
Alrighty. So, Mama Bear, any final thoughts?
No, that's pretty much it at this point. So
that's it.
All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you again for jumping in.
Thank you, Mama Bear, for jumping on the stream. We appreciate it.
Thank you, boys, for being patient with me because I was not, I did not have my.
No big deal. We're good. We know you. Yeah.
That we love.
Okay.
Yeah, we know you. So, all right, Mama Bear.
Later.
Take care.
Have a good night.
Later. Gentlemen, final thoughts.
All right, let's start with you, Raw Talks. Leo.
All right, where am I going to go with this? Okay, so I just, I want to kind of reiterate with something that Cozy was saying because it seems like there's a lot of shills coming out of the woodwork right now trying to say that it's only Zack Snyder fans that are mad and it's only Zack Snyder fans that are criticizing. It's like, man, try to remember how many people James Gunn actually pissed off in the process of getting this universe started.
Thank you.
He also pissed off the entire Superman and Lois fan base.
Exactly.
I never realized how important that fan base was until I sat down and watched that show and actually became a fan.
And when you see the videos, right? When you see the videos of the actors and they're talking about it, it's a lot of really they just wanted to do this. They tried so hard not to throw WBD under the bus, and I know they wanted to, man.
We know.
Yeah, bro. I'm just like, nah, man. Y'all fuck with that show. Look at this. That show signify. I mean, Man of Steel. I was just like, all right, this dude is making me like Snyder. And then I saw that show, and I was just like, Where was this? Where was the balls that they were supposed to have when it comes to this shit?
Bro, that show showed me like there are two Supermans of our time. Like Tyler is right up there with fucking Henry for me. Like, I'm sorry because they're two completely different interpretations, and I have so much respect for both variations. You get where I'm going with that? But I'm going to bring it back. I want to bring it back and stay on track here. You know, Gunn pissed off too many factions within this DC universe, this DC fan base, and we are not united. There is no united DC fan base right now, and you cannot release a movie like Superman, which is supposed to start off this whole new DC universe, when your fans are not united.
Fractured. We're fractured. We're fractured.
We're fractured at your hands, James Gunn. You did this because the simple answer was to allow Zach to come back, finish his story, and then move on.
Made everybody happy. Everybody would have been happy, bro. Let us finish this universe. Let's do this dark side thing, get it done.
Much hostility between Snyder fans and Gunn fans and all this crap. It wouldn't. This whole bubble that everybody seems to be in wouldn't be there. You would have bursted it, and everything would have just played out. You could have let Zach finish his movies, and then you could have gone on to do yours. And fans would have accepted a new iteration of these characters because you gave us some closure. But you didn't want to do that. And then you wanted to pour salt on the wounds by going along and canceling Superman and Lois because you don't want the competition. You do not want another live-action interpretation of Superman on the screen while you're feeding us your McDonald's menu that we don't want. So again,
and all because of a zombie movie that happened years
ago. So I just want to reiterate to those listening, this is not just a Snyder fandom thing. You know, it's not just Snyder fans that aren't accepting this. It's the general audience. It's the general moviegoer. People do not want a new Superman. People were not asking for a new Superman. People were more than happy with Henry Cavill as Superman. And that's the direction that they should have continued. And unfortunately they didn't. And now they will see the results of that. Whatever is coming, you know what? This is the Pandora's box that they opened, and they're not going to be able to close it.
Absolutely.
By the way, since you mentioned Superman and Lewis, I'm halfway on season 2. I'm having a hard time,
dude. I finished season 2 because it picks season 3 and 4 is like
I trust
where
you.
it picks
I
up.
trust you.
Season 2 in my
it does like this. It does like this.
Yeah,
it kind of does like this, and then but when the end of season 2 starts popping up, it'll go like that.
Yes,
and then it just goes
start taking off. Season 2, in my opinion, had the weakest villain. I didn't like the villain arc, and I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't seen it. So I'm not going to.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. But
once you get to season 3 and season 4, bro, holy shit! And there are so many moments, especially in season 4, where you can see the direct influence that Zack Snyder had on this show. Like shot for shot, bro. There were things that he did in his Superman battle against Steppenwolf that are repeated towards the end of this series, and it's awesome. It's really cool.
You'll see
what Qatar said. Shout out to you, Qatar.
Yes, Gunny Poo is one narcissistic bastard.
Yeah. All right. Phil,
Charles,
what's your thoughts, bro? No, you go.
Okay. What can I say?
You're welcome.
It's gonna flop. I'm sorry. Listen, I had said originally that I was gonna give it a chance. I'm taking it back. I'm sorry. After that shot after that shot of the TV spot, I'm like, no. I'm sorry. I'm like, and now with the lawsuit, I'm like, no, fuck that. No.
Mm-hmm.
Because we didn't hear about, and we were talking about this backstage, Charles. We didn't hear about any lawsuits when Henry Cavill was Superman. Everything.
Let Rox chime in. Rox is saying they went through something similar.
I heard that there was something similar when Man of Steel came out. I was actually trying to do some homework and trying to find some stuff on it on
But
Google.
it wasn't a big deal as it is now. That's the point that I'm trying to.
The difference I would say is that back then, I think it would have been a lot easier for WB to negotiate. You know what I mean, and come to terms. Now they're not in the same financial situation that they were in back in 2013, bro. They don't have the money,
which makes this infinitely worse. Which makes this infinitely worse.
You know, it's not the same situation. It isn't. But I did hear, because I know that I just wanted to chime in. I didn't want to cut you off or anything. But
well, hurry the fuck up, man.
But yeah, I did hear that something similar did happen when Man of Steel was being released. So apparently this isn't new. It has happened before, and Warner Brothers has settled in the past. But like I said, settling is easier when you were a richer company than you are now.
So we'll see.
But it's funny also that because the Schusters are seeing also how we are reacting as a fandom and as an audience on the Superman. So that why I can understand that they've been through this before, but the level of attention that it's getting now, I think it's because we, the audience, the fans who actually care about Superman.
Yeah, sorry, Sin Havoc just corrected me. 2011, not 2013.
There you go. Yeah.
So that's I think that's the difference, that they realize, okay, you know what? Let's make this fucking public, because they could have kept it hush hush. I think they purposely did this, make it public. So hey, twist the knife in the wound for WBD, bleed more. You know.
Well, and if they're looking for money, it's if they're looking for a settlement, I mean, going public is a sure way to try and get that result quicker.
Yeah, of course. But we got to keep it. Like I said, I'm telling you guys, some hedge fund is going to short WBD. If they haven't already, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, this ship's going down. We're gonna report it. We're gonna talk about it, and it is what it is. We warned WBD gun. We told you. We fucking told you. So bleed.
Yep.
Charles.
I've stated my case as many times as I can possibly can. I am an extremely just I get irritated really, really quickly when I see adults and when I see the moves that adults make that they shouldn't be making. It pisses me off. I don't understand why. I'll never understand why they chose the path that they chose. I can somewhat get the fact that they want their company to be successful. They want to be successful. They want to be on top again, because at one point that's what WB was. WB was King Dingaling when it came to films and distributing film and all that. That was them. But for some reason, when it comes to the genre of the superhero, they just can't crack it. And the fucked up part about it is they did crack it. They cracked it with the people that they needed. They just didn't follow suit. Okay.
You reacted too fast.
They reacted way too fast. They're listening to people online just because the MCU was getting super duper high Rotten Tomatoes scores. But that's at the time that's what people wanted. That's what people were looking for. Even if you didn't get the super duper scores, you are supposed to set yourself apart. You're supposed to set yourself apart from the rest. You are not supposed to be like every other studio when it comes to superhero films, when it comes to the superhero genre. DC, for the love of Mike, is not Marvel, guys. Look at what I'm saying here. DC is not like Marvel. It is not written like Marvel. It is a mythological thing when it comes to characters like Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman and the Flash. Those things that are written in those books are not written the way Marvel characters are written. You cannot take a formula and change it for something that is like Marvel. That is why it failed, guys. Listen to what I'm saying. Schumacher's Batman failed. Superman Returns failed. They all failed. And now here you are on the cusp of yet another failure with 8 failures behind you because they were trying to do like Marvel. Read the writing on the wall. This is not us dunking on Gunn. This is telling you people that Gunn should have stayed at Marvel because it is where he belongs. He belongs in the middle of the pack, making these offshoot characters and weirdo. That's his thing. Stick with that. That's your niche. That is how you become a good person. That is how you stay in your wheelhouse. You know what your wheelhouse is. You don't try to go outside of your wheelhouse, especially when you know you can't. You trying to prove that you can make a Superman movie and do it better than Snyder is why you failed. You choosing a job when 5 other people before you said, no, WB is fucked up, I'm not doing this. You chose that job because you thought you could be like Feige. You are dancing on razor blades. It is time for you to realize that you are failing. It is time for WB to realize that they are failing. Break this company up, sell DC to any other company that's serious about taking these characters seriously so I can get my goddamn universe finished. That's all I want.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It's getting late. Let's wrap it. So
we are about to go ahead.
So no, are you all set? Are you done with your
Oh no, I was good. No, you go ahead. I'm done.
All right. So guys, thank you again for joining us this evening for our episode 16 open panel. So we will definitely be back in 2 weeks. And I hope you guys loved the new intro for our podcast. And we got a few more things cooking, so stay tuned. And please like, share, subscribe to the channel. And also, we are monetized, so if you guys wish to throw in some super chats in the future, everything is more than welcome. And we'll see you next week. See you next time.
We'll see you next week, guys. If we missed you, we're sorry, but thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the likes, the subscribes, the share. Go ahead and shout us out. Tell all your friends about us. We'd love to have everybody here to come in and chat with us and talk about this geek shit. This is what we are. We love this stuff. We love to have you on the panels. We'd love to have you in the chats. So come back, see us in 2 weeks, and we'll have more good stuff for you. This has been episode 16, Lethal Geeks Podcast.
Have a good night, guys.
Good night, people.
I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes to the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. And either we heal as a team, or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I mean, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I pissed away all my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in a mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us.
Hell yeah.
They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the fucking difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. And I know if I'm gonna have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You gotta look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now, I think you're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're gonna do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?